Hey, how's it going, everyone? How are you all doing today? So today we are going to be doing some second, gotta fix my YouTube. But today we're going to be doing some Grand Arena, and then if we have any interest, some account reviews, just hang out. So yeah. Saturday's captain. Yeah. I did make my first guide today. I'm pretty proud of it. It's just how to unlock high potential mods. So it's just because I have a lot of people who are just like like, okay, yeah, I'll work on my mods, but I don't think they really know what to do. So that's the first guide I wanted to push out, was just what is a high potential mod and how to actually do it. Yeah, so pretty happy about it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, what the reception is. But if anyone, as I do account reviews, if anyone I feel needs the information, then I made a command bot to be able to push out that information. But how are you doing today, Misku? How is your day going? Yeah, pretty. Hey, Celestia, how are you doing today? How are you? I'm just knocking out some just using my energy real quick before I start going into my grand arena. Oh, did you watch it? You watched it? The mod one? Is that the one you're talking about? Oh, what'd you think of it? What'd you think of it? Yeah, C can. Also, most people are using Jedi Knight Cal Kestis right now for beating Malgus. But yeah, C can also easily do it. But what was your keep gray? Yeah, you should definitely work on your gray mods. You should. That's a lot of my mods start from gray. Like that's the largest volume of mods people have, and not that you should keep them, but you should work them. Sell, because I don't have very many mods. The only gray mods I have are that are like just sitting in my account. Yeah, that's why I said in the beginning to do level 6. Level 6. So you get two chances, and that's enough. You'll get some plus 4 or 5 speed mods. So you do plus 4 or 5, the rest you sell. And then if they have the primaries or the set you're looking for, then you can invest in those like few ones to give an extra two hits to see if it hits plus 4 or 5 speed. But yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. But I'm quite proud of it. I'm quite proud of my little video. It's hard. It's hard. It's a lot harder to make those videos than it is to to like come out here and talk to you guys. That's really easy. Yeah, here I'll do the command. So it's a hashtag um what I make this? I totally forgot what I made the bot, because I have plans to make more modding guides. So I hold on. Let me I took a picture of it. Okay. Build mods, because I'm gonna make a hashtag mods. I didn't want to do mods because I'm gonna make a hashtag mods just for like new players. So like a new player just over, because this guide isn't like a mods guide per se, because there's a lot. I'm gonna make other mods or other guides, like what are mods, what are the sets, what primaries you want with those, just random stuff like that. So but for this one, I didn't want to use the just exclamation mark mods, because it's not just like a, hey Squizzy, my one and only subscriber. How are you doing today? Yeah, we were just talking about how I made my first guide. So the mod guide. Unsurprisingly, because it seems like I spend all my time here talking about mods. Um, oh, Solasher. Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're too kind. You're too kind. Oh, you watched it too? What'd you think? What'd you think? I do want honest feedback, because one person gave me honest feedback when I recorded his video, and he said I was using too many pet words. And then I was watching my videos, because I watch them over again sometimes, just so I can see what I can do better. And I was like, yeah, I'm annoying AF. I don't like that. So I tried to I'm trying to work on my mannerisms and my speeches, because when I'm talking to someone, dance on your grave. How are you doing today? How are you, my friend? But yeah, Salasher, thank you for subscribing. I do appreciate it. I do. You guys are great. You guys are too much. The color, the couleur. Is it because I didn't use colors and I used what they are, like the actual name of them? I wasn't like gray mod or purple mod, blue mods. Yeah, well, I figured, because the name of the mod is there, right? So there's a picture of it, and on that picture, it's specifically like it. If you look at a mod, watch, I'll show you. If you look at a mod, and it specifically says right there underneath the little symbol right here, says 15-C. So this is a 5C mod. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just like you know, too much in the weeds of it, but I didn't want to be like blue mod when I could, but yeah, that's just how I chose to format it, because that's like technically the name. Yeah, they're like, what is this guy talking about? But hopefully, if someone watches my mod, because the picture of the mod's right there, right? So if I'm like 5E and there's a gray mod right on the middle of their screen, hopefully they like correlate the E. Maybe they'll learn something there. Maybe like inadvertently, I'm teaching people what mod names are instead of the colors. Like a byproduct, a simple byproduct of what I was trying to do. Not even my main goal, but a side goal. Hold on, I'm gonna turn on my little light thing. All right. Yeah. So I don't know. I'll next time out. That's a fair comment. I could have put like 5E gray mods. So I could have done that. Would have done that. Um, it stressed me out. Sorry. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Well, you're about to see me get rocked by an 10 something mil, because I'm in the same boat. You and I are in the same boat. Other people are dancing on our graves. So, let's see if this guy even played. I haven't even looked. Probably has. Okay, he hasn't. Cool. So I can pretend like no matter what I score, that I still haven't lost, because he hasn't actually played yet. So even if I just like smash against his wall and lose, then I can take my mini victory of my moral victory of I never have to look at the final score, and I'll never know if I lost or not. But he's a monster account. We'll go into that in a second. I'm just using my I did my fleet climb already. Yeah, it is. Well, I don't want to be I don't mind being the underdog. I really don't. Um, I don't mind it. I don't mind losing these matches. I really don't mind that. It's so I'm close to getting Jabba and JML. Once I have Jabba and JML into my account, I'll be a contender again. So right now, I'm going through some growing pains because I had a fantastic season last season and I flew too high to the sun and I'm getting burned. I'm getting burned alive right now. So, yeah, I'll look at your if you want, I can give you hopefully if I look at your mods and you uh get some sort of like idea of what's a good mod or a bad mod. Yeah, so I usually when I face people who have less GP than me, which is as rare it is, usually they're pretty good, and I'm actually like really skeptical of if I'm gonna win or not. But usually I haven't lost to someone with lower GP than me just because they don't have the depth that I have, sadly. So I can clear whatever they have, and I have no issues with them. So, and then they can't clear my ships. But I haven't. I'm sure sooner or later, some young whippersnapper is gonna put me in my place. I'm sure, but I haven't had that issue yet. Soon though, soon. I'm gonna come into you soon. Me in my place. But today I'm getting put in my place by a monster account. It's not even close. These accounts are ridiculous. I finished my conquest, by the way, so that's nice. I got my box gold box. Yeah, gold box. So yeah, that was nice. It took longer than I wanted. Not happy with how long it took to get the gold box. Because I got it on the fifth day. The fifth day. Or with 5 days left, sorry. With 5 days left. And that's way longer than I normally do. Usually I get it within 6 days, like of playing. 5 days to clear all through everything, and then on the sixth day I cheese all the feats, and then that's 6 spots, or the gold box. This time, just I had to go with I had to get the 40 kills with what do you call it? 40 kills with first order, and that just like takes a while. It takes a while. And then the Iden kills weren't bad. I thought they were going to be a little hard, but Iden wasn't bad. The clone trooper ones, I don't really have good clone troopers, so I had to find a zone or a node where I can use Malik to tank, and then my clone troopers killed. And then I tried to do the what do you call the Ewok nodes so that I could keep getting raises on the Ewoks with Ewok Elder, and then I can kill them, and then I can get more kills. So if I would have had better clone troopers, I would have done the Iden one and just did it in one go. Like you just kill Iden over and over and over again. But unfortunately, like they just die sooner or later. So it didn't work out. It didn't work out. My clone troopers died. So it was better to just do the Ewok one pretty slowly. I would get like 3 to 7 kills, and I needed 50. So it's not horrible. Not horrible. Not the worst. All right, what was I doing? Oh yeah, Datacrons. I need to do this real quick. Ewok and Tuscans, yeah. Yeah, me too. Me too. So that's a bad one. Yeah, let's re-roll this one. Man, these ones are crap. One second, Misku. All right. So, Misku. So there's a few thought processes on it. So, I haven't done my mod refreshes. Yeah, that is a good question. That's a question that many people have. I'm sure I'll make a video on it sooner or later. But the way I do it, and this is just how I do it, because there's two ways I've seen do it. So I use my normal energy, like the energy I get with energy, like the free energy I get that's slowly getting over time. I use that for getting new mods, and then my mod refreshes, the ones that I just did, I use them on refresh materials. So I'll use and it's about half and half, or no, it's more mod refreshes. Uh, but other people, they do like 3 days of mod refresh farming. Like all their energy for that day goes to mod slicing materials, and then 4 days of farming new mods. So all their energy goes to farming new mods in the mod challenges, and then for 3 days they do mod battles. And then if you're not doing any refreshes, I highly recommend that 4-3 schedule, because even though you're slowly farming the stuff, you're still farming it. So even though it's slower than someone who's getting the 350s or the 300 refreshes, you're still building your mod depth. So, and if you invest in high potential mods, then you'll still have good mods over time. Because I'll say I couldn't do mod refreshes for a really long time. A really long time. And it's only been a few months, or maybe, yeah, a couple months, that I've been able to do my mod refreshes. And that's because I had to save crystals to 7-star my executor, and then I immediately went into a Leviathan and I had to save crystals to 7-star my Leviathan, because I was a returning player. So my account has about 2 years on it, 2 years and some change. And I'm going against accounts that are like 6 years old or something like that, 5-6 years old, 5 to 6, yeah. So I had to like full on commit to ships so I can get my fleet currency. And now I have the ability, now that I'm in Kyber and I get my first place every day in fleets, I can do all the refreshes every day, and I can also save crystals. So I totally get you. But I still farm mods. I still had okay. That's why I have good mods, not amazing mods. Because if I would have not taken a break and just played consistently, I would have had the opportunity to earn fleet crystals pretty much right away, and then I could have invested more in my mods. But I came back, and it was like a solid year and maybe some change that I couldn't afford mod refresh. I couldn't afford pretty much any refreshes except the what I needed specifically to farm Executor and then Leviathan. So does that answer your question? I don't know if it was too long-winded of an answer, but I would say do 4 days mod farming, 3 days mod refreshes, and just do it as set days. So like Monday to Thursday you farm mods, and then Friday to Sunday you farm slicing material, and then try on Sundays to work your mods, and then you just like reset the pattern. Uh, so yeah, I wouldn't say like a set amount, but I have more than I normally do for whatever reason. But generally, generally the one that I need the most is this one, the MK1 Power Flow Control chip. Uh, but it's just you need enough to work your mods. That's it. Anything you have in reserves is technically you're losing out on the potential of your mods. So it's not about building a reserve of slicing material, because what good is slicing material? You know, the payout is to use that material to have good mods. So it's not about having a set amount. And I would say if you have, I don't know, like at least 100 of each, then you have enough to work some mods, at least. But even if you don't and you use it all, and then you farm some more and then you use it all, then that's fine. That's fine. It doesn't feel good, right? Like it doesn't feel good because you feel like you hit a bottleneck. But using your resources is better than saving resources, as long as you're investing in high potential mods. So if you're not in, so when a player is like, I don't know mods, and they're just like slicing away. They're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just slice that button. I just hit that slice button. Then I always tell them like, hey, stop slicing stuff until you have an understanding of what high potential is, because you're hurting your account. You're putting like you're building crap, and then it's not doing anything for your account. So since there's no cap on slicing materials, we can have as much as we want, right? But if you know what you're doing, then it's better to actually like invest that material into slicing. And I'll say this, if you guys can share that video with your with your guild and be like, hey, here's this video by this guy, it helped me, maybe it'll help you, that would be great. Because I'm trying to have that video get spread, because I think a lot of people say farm high potential mods, like farm high potential mods, and people are just like, okay, thanks for that, your words of wisdom that do nothing for me, because I don't know what high potential mods is. And a lot of people are farming mods and they're just like, I don't know what to do. But as long as they watch that video, and regardless of how they do it, as long as they follow the rules I set in that video and have a set of standards, then they're going to build good mods in their account, because it's just stone cold statistics and math, and it all averages out. So, if you guys want to spread the word, I would appreciate it. But if not, then it's cool. But if you guys have like a videos channel or something in your guild Discord, then that'd be cool. How many characters that don't want speed? So it's not that characters don't want speed, because there's not a lot that don't want it. An example of one that doesn't want it, like you literally don't want it, or there's two. I'll give you two. And one can be built for speed, but it can be built for not having speed. So the first one is Droidica, because Droidica starts, especially with the Omicron, Droidica starts with damage immunity, and you can't take that damage immunity off. So you want it to be as slow as possible. No, Marin is not squizzy, and I'll go into that for a second. So I'll tell you what Marin is. Yeah, and the second one is Nest. So Nest you want slow, because every time you hit Nest, she's putting on that protection up, and it stacks, and it goes higher and higher and higher. And then when she takes her turn, it falls off. And then that right after she takes her turn, that's when she's weakest. But you build her with so much tenacity, so when you're hitting her, she's just counterattacking. So you want her as slow as possible, so you give her the least opportunities of having her protection up fall off. So that's the two that don't want speed. Some people, and I'll say this, some people build Seer, the unaligned force users team. Some people build that team with zero speed, like absolutely no speed. And I would say that is a mistake. So you want to build that unaligned force users team with you want them slow, but you want them to go just after the 5. So the 5 enemy players go, and then your team goes. But you don't want them so slow that you're taking like 3 or 4. They're taking like 3 turns for every 1 turn you take. That is a recipe for losing, because if you're getting like triple the turns on them, you're never gonna go, and then you'll just die, regardless of what stats you get from it. So I would say with that team, you want them slower than the enemy team. So you want to go second, but you want to go like right after them. So those 5 go, and then you go. And that's how you want to build the unaligned force users team. Don't like go all in on just like absolutely zero speed. That would be a mistake, in my opinion. So yeah, that's what I would recommend on characters who don't want speed. And then Marin. So Marin, when she's by herself, she acts on her own speed. So you can build her with no speed and she would be functional. But if you ever get in a position where Marin's by herself and you give her absolutely no speed, she's never going to take a turn and you're just going to lose. So some people still put speed on Marin, even though most of the time she's acting at 0 speed and she gets that bonus turn meter. When she's by herself, she acts on her own speed, and you need speed on her. So something to think about. Like it could Marin can you can mod her cheap like all cheapy, but you may regret that decision when she's by herself and she's acting at like 140 or 150 speed or whatever she has. So just something to think about. Something to think about, right? So it's not you don't have to mod her for speed, but if you can, you should. But yeah, good good question. All right. I didn't put on my music right now. Let me put that on. I was like, man, it's real quiet right now. Super quiet. So how is your guys's Grand Arenas going? Going well? G12 is pretty good for tie defender is super viable at G12. So ideally, if you're gonna go against a team like that, you want characters that can't evade their attacks, like Darth Vader and Anakin. So use Anakin's. So either Empire or what do you call it? Un Undispellable or unresistible attacks. So yeah, so that sucks. Or if you can control them, if you can manage to land like a stun, then they don't they can't evade if they have a stun. But yeah, I don't know. I've never yeah. So ships are important. Ships are important. If you have ships make or break accounts. Ships make or breaks accounts. As far as mid game for um for Grand Arena, like ships are usually the defining factor. Most people can clear. Like where I'm at right now, ships are still really important. But the problem so it goes like this. After you guys have enough to clear each other, then it's pretty much like ships who can and usually how ground is built right now, like there's just hard counters for every character. So you can build a roster that can just like there is no undefeatable defense, and that's how this game is designed. Just because the AI is not good, right? So there's some things that will just hard counter other things, regardless of mods and datacrons and all this other stuff. So there's always a hard counter. So ships is usually what really has a large spread for banners or drops, or you just can't clear. So if you're hurting on ships, then you're gonna hurt in the game. Because yeah, sooner or later, I'm gonna have to build a stronger Leviathan counter. But right now, I'm not losing because of Leviathans. I'm losing because I can't clear the 4 or 5 GLs that they're throwing on defense. So I'm gonna build Jabba, and then Jabba. Honestly, if I have Jabba, just Jabba with 3 GLs, I'm gonna be just Gucci for Kyber, I think, because Jabba can clear Leia, he can clear JMK, he can clear Jabba's. Like Jabba is my answer to my problems right now. So I'm super close of getting him, and then after I get him, I'll be in a good position. But if you don't have your ships, then and you're like duking it out with someone, and you can't clear their zones, then they're gonna win. That like honestly, that's where I got is because people couldn't clear my ships, so and I was able to clear theirs. But I am missing three ships I'm missing that are very important. I'm missing the Profundity. Like I have everything else for that fleet actually. I just need just the Profundity. And then Scythe and Marauder. So those are some pretty big ships, but they also have insane Cairo requirements. Yeah. Profundity. I'm taking profundity on offense too. Ufu are really good. They're good. They're really strong. Unaligned force users are really strong. So yeah, if you wanted to farm an unaligned force user team, go for it. It's a great team. So I don't know if you know this, but there's a bug. Hold on. Valence School would be awesome. I gotta restart my game. Give me a second. Because there's a bug. Has my YouTube been on this the whole time? I gotta fix my YouTube. I don't know what's going on with it. But let me restart my game. How annoying. Okay. No. I purposely restarted just because there's a bug. Hey, good morning. Well, it's evening for me, but good morning for you, Tumblo. How are you doing today? No, but I didn't crash. I purposely restarted because there's a bug where if you try to like this right here, I can't see these items. So if you have to restart your game, otherwise it won't appear. So if you're ever looking for uh gear and they're never showing up and the gear nice. So you're working today? You're working on the weekend? That sucks. That sucks. All right, let's look at my opponent. Let's see if there's any events I have to do real quick. Oh, mainstream media. Nice. Which one? Can you tell me? Is it a secret? Can you disclose that information to me? These assault battles are so great. Assault battles, I love assault battles. It is so great for an account to get this sweet assault battle income. That's cool. Are you you're American, right? Tumblo? Are you American? Or do you work for where are you from? UK? Okay. Well, either way, UK has the London. So you're posh? Are you posh, Tumblo? Are you a posh gentleman? Um so with the UK, you guys have the what do they call them? Anti what is, it's like influence laws where you or anti-bias laws. Anti-bias laws. Okay. Yeah, so you guys have like the anti-bias laws. So that's pretty cool. I really like that about your media, where you guys like American media is like super biased on both. So you tune in to whatever side you lean on, and then you just watch, and they tell you what to think. But I would much prefer the news to tell you the facts and then you do some critical thinking and establish what that means to you. But a lot of people don't want that. They just want to live in their own little soundboard rooms where worlds where everyone says what they think, and then it just. Oh, really? That sucks. All car chases and shooting news, doom and gloom, and pets. Doom and gloom and pets. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's not horrible, honestly. It's not. It's sensational stuff, but better than uh better than nothing, right? You're in graphics. Oh, nice. I wish I had I was just thinking about that. I was like, man, I wish I worked in graphics and stuff like that because we have that in the military. They're they're Marines who like take pictures and work on graphics and things like that. And I was like, man, those guys would make excellent like YouTubers and stuff because that's their job. That's what they do. But then it would you know, like that stuff is great for like content creators. All right, so this dude, 6 million in ground, 4 million in ships, 24,000 galactic war battles. So that's a lot. That's a lot. 5 GLs, Inquisitors, Leviathan Executor. I don't think he has a scythe. No scythe. Yep. So this dude is bumping. So let's see what he set for me. But I don't think I'm gonna get through this today. I do not. I could probably get through the bottom. Yeah, probably 33. That's rough. You gotta grind it out every day. You gotta fight. You gotta fight until you get the fleets that's able to do it all. Okay. Yeah, I'll just go bottom first. Bottom first. Bottoms up, gentlemen. So many past R9 assassins. Sound painful. Yeah, that is rough, to be honest. That is rough. It's an arms race. It's really an arms race. And that arm is such a horrible character. So hopefully, but people did that for Executor too. People were R9ing Executor and R9ing all the bounty hunters because it was like arms race and they just wanted the faster one so they can go first. And then everyone else started doing it too. So, when next or this year when the new GL comes out or the new GL ship, then it'll just counter whatever they put on there. Like it'll just counter Leviathan hard because that's usually what it does. Yeah, 4 Leviathans is not bad. I think I want to say 11 Leviathans in my shard. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Um, yeah, let's see how this goes. It's not, they don't have the good Bush Cron. They just have a Cron for Bush. So they'll still get damage immunity. There are 20 a day, one in mine. That's rough. I'll say this too. Um, Day one they sucked. Day one Leviathan wasn't good, so it wasn't even a big deal. Yeah, but it's kind of whatever, right? Not a big deal. Ooh, wow. Your shard sucks. Sucks in a good way. I would love that sweet, sweet, really crappy guild. Mm, damage immunity there. Oh, can I do it? Two competing shard chats? Really? They're just gonna be like that? They're just gonna have competing shard? That's such a waste. That's so dumb. Some people are so dumb. Why? Just work together, you know? Why can't? Because it's all about. Oh, because your shard. Yeah, yours is so competitive. I could see that, but still, you know. Yeah, that's all. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. I'm gonna kill Jabba before I kill this Chrysanthemum, the way things are going. Yeah, I understand that. Because if they don't have the spots, because you can only have 24 get first, but you could always like tell them, hey, I don't know. I would rather work with however many people are in the shard than have to deal with competing with each other like that, right? Personally I would. But I get it. Everyone has their own like priorities. This thing is super thick. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm alt here because Jabba's about to eat my lunch. This one's pretty annoying because you can't crit on this dude. So he makes it pretty annoying to get through. Even though I'd much rather go through an Embo than a Boba. Yeah, personally. But I have this in the bag. Yeah. Easy win. Easy win. I'm kind of interested in doing. I want to see if Imperial Troopers can win this, but I, I don't know. I don't know. Do you think Imperial Troopers can win this? I don't know if they can get through Savage, and I think Savage starts with. Does he start with taunt? Hmm. Yeah, I think I'll go with Sith Empire here. You don't believe in the Imperial Troopers? They're good. They're good. All right. See how this goes. I know Treya has a really low chance of winning against herself. So let me shock you. Done there. Done you. I wish I can get to I want to get to Talon is what I want to do. So this is honestly not going great. So I'm controlling him really well, but okay. Yeah, probably. There you go. Mm. Either way, I can easily clean this up. That's annoying. Oh well, I can clean that up. Hmm. See if Wampa can deal with this. Yeah, that one was that was okay. That was okay. Just is what it is. Freedom protection. Yeah, maybe will be a little worried. Sometimes this can be a little dicey when they have high relics, but need to survive. Yeah, see if they had a whole team there, Wampa would have died. So, yeah, pretty lucky, right? I think I need to put more health on my Wampa. I ripped off like for good mods. But yeah, thanks for the tip, Squizzy, though. That was a yeah, I hate those fights. They just take forever. Like I definitely know they can't get through my team, but I just had to get through Talon, and then I can get through Treya, and then I win. But it just took too long to catch her out of stealth. I keep ramping. This is getting annoying. She has some good survivability. Just go die, Aiden. Go die. I wonder if that Datacron has like a health steal or something, because she's healing up to full like every single time. Mm, what am I doing? What am I doing? This defense stacking cron is really strong. Really strong. This has 150% defense on it anyways, but the multiplicative defense stacking is super strong. Super strong. Right. Mm. Yeah, I'll whirlwind you. Why not? August is a strong team. It's a good team. Mm. I want to heal more. Man, he just healed up to full. I would like to heal up to full. Cool. Get a whirlwind, so I'm gonna alt and then whirlwind Malik. Or whoever. Yeah. Dunked on him. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do the 1-2 whammy bammy. I'm gonna go an alt into a whirlwind. I think that's my best bet. This is a really great banners fight. Excellent banners. Ooh, excellent banners. All right, let's clean this garbage up. What do I want to use here? What garbage resistance do I have left? Um, yeah. Let's see if these guys can do it. I can see a world where I just waste my time, but I just want to use like absolute garbage to take this out. There you go. Yeah. Garbage resistance. All right. Um, garbanzo beans. Let's see what's on the top wall. So, unfortunately, because I don't have a Jabba, I don't have an answer for JMK. I just don't. Yeah, Star Killer is a non-starter for JMK, right? And this is a strong JMK. This is a two-team uh shard arena shard JMK. I just don't have an answer for it. Sucks I him? What do you mean? If I would have had a what do you call it? If I would have Jabba, if I had Jabba, I could win this match with Jabba. I don't have. Oh, you hate him? I hate you. All right. Let me go bounty hunters here. Fennec? I can probably use Fennec for something on our own bounty hunters team. Buddy block. Yeah, sure. Get some more teams or more TM. Yeah, let's do this. I'll just disintegrator. If I can take a turn. No, don't do it. Okay, cool. Man, that was rough. Mm, that looks good. Drop it like it's hot. Boom. Contract. Oh man, I don't have a. Everyone's blind. Heal. Armor shred. Drop it like it's hot. Boom. Then I'll disintegrate you. Bye bye. This is a pretty easy battle. They would just die. I disintegrate someone? Yeah, you're really annoying. I'm just gonna disintegrate you. Boom. I'm glad I got Bounty Hunters up and running. They're actually a really decent team. Really decent. Strong team. This is pretty garbage. What do I want to do here? For this one, I'm gonna Imperial Troopers this. Yeah. That's the plan. That's the plan. Yeah, go after Yoda because he's really weak. What? He didn't die? I think you can't die on that turn. That's like literally how it's phrased. They're literally not allowed to die. Let's take all this garbage off you guys. Yeah, I need to pump that turn meter. Pump it. Get pumped up. Why not? Pew pew pew. Do that. A little punchy punchy. I'll punch you. All right. I would appreciate it if you would stop countering. There you go. Thanks. Thank you for complying. All right. For these. You know, I'm gonna try garbage. I'm gonna try Hut Cartel. I'm pretty interested to see if how this will go. Who has the best lead for Hut Cartel? I think Cad Bane, right? 20 debuffs, yeah. Yep. Because I have Bushcron. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. I don't know if this will be good or not. Let's see. I didn't put her Zeta on. I should. Yeah, go ahead and do this. Okay. Nope, not enough. And these guys are healing a lot. Stack up more of these bad boys. See how that goes. Never doubt. Never doubt. This is garbage. Garbage bounty hunters. Doing garbage bounty hunter things. Alright, so I have Savage. I have Jedi. I have Starkiller. Should I try Stark? I guess my only chance is to like try Starkiller on JMK. Right? Is that like that crazy? Is that the only? No, that's crazy. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. He's just gonna die. It's not even like it's not even a shot. Yeah, it's not even a shot. There's nothing. There's nothing there. Even maybe if I had yeah, there's nothing. There's a reason it's the top of the meta. There's a reason. Um I guess I'll go with this here. And then I can stun. Stun Anakin. Kill. That's not good. Okay, there you go. That'll be fine. Hmm. I'll kill Luke in a second. I'm getting to Luke. I have Luke's number. I'm not too worried about Luke. Yeah. Hmm. Garbage teams. Garbage teams. I guess I'll just like overkill this one. I'm gonna pull it out of the sky, right? Mm. Yeah, if I just had Jabba, I could I could do something here. It's unfortunate, right? It's just unfortunate. In threes I could beat JML or what do you call it? JMK. In threes I can beat JMK because SLKR can beat him in threes. In threes though. Yep. In threes. And threes is my jammy jam. Threes I do really well. Um but pretty much only in threes. Yeah, I like it. Like a lot of people they're not a fan just because yeah, it like messes with matchups and everything, but I like 3v3 personally. I like it. I think it's fun. I think it's fun. Yeah, 3v3 is easy. But even though I lost, I did not lose in spirit. Empire forever. Um, what are their speeds? Pretty good speeds. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with Jedi Knight Luke. Are you a rebel sympathizer? No. Who do I want? Hmm. Do I want Bastila? Yeah, Bastila's fine. Bastila's fine. I probably could underman this. I think I won't. I want you dead. I don't know why people's like Son of Saros is so great. Um, she's okay, you know, but I don't think she like really moves the needle on anything. I don't think so. I don't know why people are like she's the greatest. She's okay, but she's not great like the other lifters. Like I just don't think she is. Like, does she turn like absolute garbage characters and make them usable? Like, yeah, she does. She does. But that's it. But they're not great. They're just usable. I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of my grand arena. That's it. So nothing I can do with this JMK. Nothing I can do. It's fine. Which is fine. Not a big deal. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. All right. So I think I'm gonna record some roster reviews. You guys cool with that? You guys cool with me recording some roster reviews? Because I have um I have a few I have to get through, and I haven't done them in a while, so I would like to knock some out. Cool. If we get people in here who haven't had a review, I'll review their stuff, but otherwise I'll knock out these rocket roster reviews. Um yeah. You guys had a peek behind the curtain there. You saw my thumbnails. Not a big deal. Um Streaming. Roster reviews. Okay. Cool. Egnards. So I have Egnard's account. He agreed to a roster review. Do you guys know who Egnards is? Egnards. Are you familiar with the name? Anyone? He's if anyone follows the SW or Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Reddit, he's like a really big, yeah, he's a Reddit guy. He's a cool dude. He's a cool dude. He has a YouTube stream. He's actually a content creator. But he interviews people like in the community, in the Reddit community, because he's like a huge Reddit guy. So he interviews people in the Reddit community, and then he does videos on how to auto PvE content. So that's like his thing, is autoing PvE content. So yeah, it's a cool guy. Really nice guy. Hello. How are you doing, Fred? Fred Cian. Um, so I finished my Grand Arena. It was a smashing success. It was alright. um, just yeah, just cleared some teams. No big deal. Dylan, how'd your Grand Arena go today? Nah, it wasn't that good. I'm probably gonna lose. Um, hey, the Blaze. Thanks for the party of 42. Um, so, all right, yeah, if you're in here, thanks for the raid, Blaze. I do appreciate it. As a cleared everything but ships. Yeah, I got held on JMK. So, but welcome everyone. I'm Captain Amazing. If you don't know me, I'm a new content creator. I'm big into roster reviews and everything. So I stream Grand Arena and I do roster reviews primarily. I also do I do videos. So I did make this video today. So here I'll push it out if anyone's interested in it. It's just on building on how to farm pretty much high potential mods, like 25 plus speed mods, if you had any interest in that. So other than that, if you're interested in a roster review, drop your ally code. Otherwise, I have some rosters I pre-record so I can upload into YouTube. So I have a few I have to get through there. But otherwise, if you're interested in a roster review, drop your ally code and then I'll give you a review. Nice, yeah, I beat Jabba with SLKR today too. I definitely did. Went well. Yeah. So we'll get into let's get into this roster review and then we'll start with that. So this guy's name is Han Vin. Let's see what his in-game name is. But not a bad grind arena. Not bad. I do wish I can't wait till I get Jabba. I think within a week I'm gonna start farming for Jabba tickets and then that'll really help me with JMKs. I just went with the standard first order team. So, uh, SLKR, yeah, SLKR, first order officer, Hux, crew, and S trooper. Yeah, and it's fine. It was easy match. So, I usually just go with that for Jabba. I don't do anything crazy. I don't think SLKR needs armor and what for Jabba. Not unless they have like crazy crazy mods or crazy relics or maybe I would go with that if they have the Jabacron, but yeah, like I still think SLKR pretty good. I'll drop this while I record. I can still see your chat. It's off screen. Hey everyone, we have a roster review today. So this player's name is Han V. So let's jump in. Player has 2.5 million GP, 1.6 in characters, 800 in ships, 4,000 galactic war battles done. So they've been playing about a year. So this player is definitely free to play. Let's jump in here. Maybe they're not actually. They are just really casual. All right, so let's look at their speeds first. 283. All right. So really, really low GP for having bought some of the Lightspeed battles and have playing a year. So I am interested in um just what this player has been doing because this seems uh yeah, yeah, really interesting. Okay. Interesting account. Maybe they didn't. Let's look into their let's investigate further. Let's see what's really going on here. Yeah, they definitely bought the first order bundle. They definitely did. Because no one farms the pilots, the R5. So yeah, 2.5 million at a year with the Lightspeed bundles. So huh. Yeah, I think this player was just like an ultra casual at first. I have noticed that they're very active in the Reddit community. They post all the time. And I think they're trying to learn, but I think they were a lot more casual before and um they're trying to develop their count better. So let's look at their ships. Okay, good. He has a 7-star endurance and home one. So that means they're okay. So unfortunately, they didn't buy the ships bundles. So they are a long ways away from getting SLKR. Bring this up. Yeah, they don't even have the shuttle unlocked. So I would say you need to focus hard, hard on ships for unlocking SLKR. You need to farm the shuttle. You need to farm all these ships, everyone you need for the finalizer, so that you can start getting unlocking SLKR. Because if you bought the bundle, you should get the payout. And then I did notice you bought the BAM bundle. So did you unlock him? Yeah, you did. You unlocked BAM, the Mandalorian. Okay. Um, yeah, you need to go heavier into ships, my friend. A lot heavier. So it's good that you have Wampa. It's great. It's great. Not good. It's great that you have Wampa. Health, tenacity, health, speed. I would take off this speed one and put a health primary here. But not bad. Not bad. Yeah, you just want as much health as you can on Wampa. So I would say replace that arrow for a health one. Hmm. So you should start doing a side farm while you're farming your ships. You really should, because your ships are going to take a long time. While you're doing that, I would say if you want to get your CLS up to shape, I would say that would be a great farm for you. So get your farm 3PO and Chewie every day. The rest of your energy should be going honestly into ships. But if you start investing in C3PO, CLS, Han Solo, Chewbacca, 3PO, and Chewie, your account is primed to take advantage of that. So I would say start investing in those characters while building the ships for SLKR, because your first order fleet and your finalizer fleet is nowhere near ready for it. So this is in the CLS team, you have Chewbacca at 7 stars, you have C3PO at 7 stars. So you have the two harder characters to get. You just have to hard farm 3PO and Chewie, which shouldn't take that long, and then start throwing on some Zetas into these characters, and then get them relicked. And that'll really improve your account. They're great for hard conquest. They have an assault battle. They're great in literally all game modes. You won't regret getting them up. So build up your ships for finalizer, unlock CLS, then unlock SLKR, and then after that, I would say you're primed to take advantage of Executor. So that would be my farming path I would recommend for you. Just you just I think you just need to play more consistently maybe, because your GP is super low for a year with Lightspeed bundles. I do see that you have things on here that show some age of your account, like having C3PO, Padme, Grievous at 7 stars. Um, but you should have more. And honestly, I think you just need to get into a better guild. Maybe that's holding you back too. Because if your guild, you should have at a year, you should have at least a 5 star malevolence. So I would say start farming the malevolence as well. You can start farming your geo ships. You earn them with Galactic War currency. So start farming them in the Galactic War shop. That would be my recommendation, my dude. Keep going, keep farming, uh, keep playing, do your dailies every day, log in every day, be active in your guild. If your guild isn't active, then start being active. Find a guild that is more competitive, that will earn you more income, so that your growth will reflect the time and effort you've put in, so that you can, start progressing in this game farther. That would be my recommendation. But as far as what you've done, I don't hate it. I think you've gone for some great journeys. I just don't think this account accurately reflects an account that's a year old with buying Lightspeed bundles. So I think you should just be more active, find a more active guild, and go for the farming path that I listed for you before. So yeah, if you have any more questions, just let me know. Otherwise, like and subscribe. Thanks. Yeah, super interesting account. This dude is way tiny for his age. 1 year with buying Lightspeed bundles, because if it was like 1 year and free to play, I could totally understand being 2.5 million GP. And I think over the last year, the game has been super generous with additive drops and bonus drops and double drops and um, just everything that they've just been giving us. So I think this, and with the raid income that we get now, in a year you should have a lot more built than this. If you're buying with buying Lightspeed, like buying the first order, because he has at least a million in GP for Lightspeed bundles, like the majority of. Yeah, this year, that's why a lot of players are coming back. A lot of players are coming back. So just because it's been really, really great for new players. The catch up mechanics and everything are getting players really involved into this game. So I do think that it's the game is in a really great place. A really great place. Honestly, before I would not have recommended this game. So if I was talking to a friend or a coworker or something, and I was like, yeah, I play this game. It's a Star Wars mobile game. And they would be like, would you recommend me playing it? And I would say no. Like, no, I don't. Actually, I really don't recommend you play this game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I came back, but I was watching what do you call it? I watched Arnold T101, and then that like really pulled me back into the game. So yeah, because I'll tell my friends, yeah, I play this game. I love Star Wars. They're like, oh, do you recommend it? Like, no, I don't. I don't recommend this game. Just because it was like such a slow game, and I was like, well, I don't think you want to like play something for a year, and have a year-long tutorial, and then after 2 years you're just like way behind everyone. So, but now I honestly do recommend. I would recommend it to someone. I would say like, yeah, it's a great game. So, and if you're not against spending, because the amount of time we put into this game is more than I've put into most AAA games. Yeah, Arnold is a gem of the community. He really is. He's an amazing content creator, and I think his content like is beyond what what Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes is. I think once this game does die, he's gonna like segue his way into some sort of Star Wars something. Um, but the way I look at spending in this game is, so most people don't mind because the AAA game right now is about like $70, right? They up the price a little. So it's like $70 if you're gonna buy a AAA game. Um, I've bought AAA games and I kid you not, I never played it. Like I bought it, put it in my room, and then continue living my life, you know? Or I would like buy it, play it for like a day or two, and then I would like continue living my life. So the amount of time I put into this game is worth investing in this game. I personally, like other people have different, like they just won't invest in a mobile game by pure like ethics. Their ethics just don't allow them to. Yeah, yeah, $10. I used to spend $20 on crystals for the CCB packs, but I stopped doing that. Just because I have my crystal income is like insane right now, so I just don't need to buy crystals. Um, so and then I just do my refreshes and then collect my crystals. And then if I need more crystals, then yeah, maybe I'll buy them for something. If I have like the 2024 ship, yeah. No, I don't have 30K Tumblo. I have 30.2K. But yeah, close enough. So, but I did so for those I did buy what I forgot which one it was, but I bought because it was like 25%. So I stopped farm because I farmed probably like 20K of that, maybe more, and then I bought one of the anniversary ones. I forgot what it was, the 25%, because I was like, oh, I buy like the $20 crystal pack every 2 months or so, so I can buy the CCBs, the carbonite circuit boards. Uh, like Leviathan is going to be improved. Leviathan? Not Leviathan. You're talking about the ship, the Fury class. Yeah, yeah. The Fury class definitely will. It's the same. It's a set schedule. So next, this proving ground will be Trench. So Trench will be off the bench. Uh, but I'm super close to getting. I'm super close to getting Ben. You have a system with carbonite salvage. What's your system? You just farm the really low node. I forget what it is, like 2C or something. And you just get tons and tons of carbonite salvage. But yeah, I have enough right now where I could, because if you look at like look at these, I have tons if I wanted to. If I wanted to like farm some more of these things, I'll not value quantity too. But I have tons of things I could like junk for salvage. Bronzium, yeah. Bronzium's rough. Bronzium is rough. So, yeah, I get you. You may not feel like I got you, but are you close? Do you have everything else, Fred, for Leviathan? Is that the only thing you're waiting on? Is the Fury class? I farmed the Fury class out of just Conquest. I got it out of Conquest. Oh, so you just like shave all this down to 600, like from 500. So everything I have here, you would just. Hey, thanks for following eggs, bacon, and toast. I do appreciate it. If you want, you can drop your ally code. I am doing account reviews. So just a little about myself. If you guys are chilling here, you don't know anything about me. Um, hey, good evening, sir. I don't know if you always say good morning just because you're a breakfast guy. But I'm in Japan, so it's evening here for me, but a lot of places in the world it's in the morning, right? So, yeah. I do love breakfast. I'll have breakfast anytime. Any time of the day, I'll have some breakfast. Breakfast is delicious. Even though today I did have some nice. Where at in Japan? What were you doing in the on mainland or Tokyo, Osaka, near Tokyo? Nice. Time zones are an illusion. So, Tumblo, even if the world is flat, time zones would still be a thing. Just saying. Oh, okay. So you're a military. Yeah, I'm military. So I'm stationed on Okinawa. I live in Okinawa. So, but yeah, I definitely went to mainland a lot for work. Go there all the time. I work in aviation. Yeah, Okinawa is super nice. I really love it. It's like a paradise. It really is. I have like this beautiful beach 5 minutes away. Um, I like food is that right now the food is like is yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Um, yeah, super beautiful. But yeah, but if you're interested, eggs, bacon, and toast, I'll do that account review. I don't know where your account is, or because we just met, so you may be a monster or you may be new. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're my opponent. Who knows? Cool. Are you new? Are you been playing for forever? What's your what's your story? Cool. Took a long break. Yeah, didn't we all? Didn't we all? You guys are all wrong. We live on a turtle. We live on a really large turtle. We're just on the back of a really large turtle. Trey, as in Treya? Yeah, I know. I know. The breakthroughs in science. The breakthroughs in science. Started in 2000, which I don't know why you would get stop playing. Did the did something in that raid bother you, or was there some other reason you quit? Because I don't think that raid was like people liked that raid. So that was like people enjoyed that content when it came out. So was there was it just like you just quit, or was it something with that raid that made you stop? Revan Meta? No, Treya came. Revan Meta was after that raid, or around. Yeah, it was after. But I played during the Revan Meta, and it was not great. And I remember how pissed off people were because of how they released Revan. It was just like only the whales can get him, but Shard Arena was so important that for crystal income and everything. So, and then the game developed like farming in that game was like super slow and um yeah, it really was. It was not in a good place. Like I just loved Star Wars, so I played the game because I love Star Wars, but it was not in a good place at that time, especially when bottlenecks were just like really hard to break. And it was the core gear of just, you know, it was just not fun. Not fun. It was a difficult time. It was a difficult time. And then the fights with Revan against Revan with Jolie is just like that's toxic. That's a toxic freaking battle. Okay. UNRF. What's that stand for? Eggs, bacon, and toast. What's UNRF stand for? United Nations Rifle Factory. I don't know. I don't know what that stands for. All right, so 3.8 galactic power, 2.2 in characters, 1.5 in ships. So playing about a year and some change, a year and a quarter, a year and 3 or 4 months. Yeah, cool. I'll say this: eggs, bacon, and toast. So I came back in the game about a year and a half ago. Hey, gas, GA, gas, Steve, gas, Steve, GA, Steve. How are you doing? How is your Grand Arena? I don't, Fred. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't think they're going to break the Cairo. I really don't think that. So they're unless it would be really hard if new players are just like have so many Kairos that they're not whaling on them, or whales have so many Kairos that they're not whaling on them anymore. Maybe they will, but Grand Admiral Steve, sir. All right. But I'll say this before I start going into your account, eggs, bacon, and toast. So I got distracted by Steve. So I came back from this game a year and a half ago. I was like 1.8 million or something. Uh, I only had Revan, like just Revan at Relics, at maybe two others or three others. I had half a Jedi team at Relics, and I went straight for SLKR into ships, and then I went SLKR, Executor into Leviathan, and now I'm in. I bought the Lightspeed bundles, so now I have Starkiller, I have Rey, and now I'm in. Now I'm in Kyber, and I get first every day in fleets. So you may feel like you can't compete in your fleet arena shard, but you can. You just have to really commit to it. Of course, you should get your SOKR up and running because you're really close to that. But after that, if you went hard on your ships, then you can get that fleet arena. Yeah. So I would say, into, I don't think you're positioned well for Leviathan. So, but you're positioned really well into Executor. So I would say this: eggs, bacon, and toast. Go, not looking at your account, right? But just in general. In general, I kind of have an understanding of where your account is. If you went SOKR into Executor into whatever the next big fleet is in 2024, then I think you'll be positioned really well there because you need the next meta fleet to start competing. Executor is going to get you some crystals, so you're going to start getting crystals. And honestly, your fleet shard probably isn't as active as you think it is because it's from 2017. So there's probably tons of retired players. So you can build SOKR, you can build Executor, and then the second that new fleet gets launched and announced and they start releasing their characters, I don't care what you're doing. You don't finish your farms. You go straight for that new fleet. And I promise you, you get that new fleet, even if it sucks right away, in a month or two, they'll make it the top of the meta. If it has if it's like weak against something, they'll like beef it up against that, and it's gonna really be great. So that's my recommendation, like right off the bat before I jump into your account. That's probably the pathway you need to go because you need to finish and get the payout for your SOKR. You need to get a GL level ship, and then you go. You're so far away, and the problem is they put 2 conquest characters into the Leviathan, and you're not even, you don't have access to proving gowns right now. You don't have access to hard conquest. Soon you will, very soon. And once you get SOKR, you need to go hard on hard conquest, and then you could probably start earning some characters of whatever the new characters are. But right now, unfortunately, you're not positioned to get Leviathan. You're not, and it's unfortunate that they put that barrier for Leviathan because it stops players like you from getting it. So that's my recommendation right off the bat, without looking at your account. I like just knowing what you have to do, because I was in your shoes when I came back from the game, and that's how I. Oh, nice, nice. Conquest is I think it's fun when you first start. It does get a bit grindy when you try to like red box, but if you go for the gold box, once you start getting up and running in hard conquest, it's really not bad. Yeah, Galactic War is a joke. But you're that's my recommendation. That's my recommendation. You're not that far from SLKR. Guess get SLKR. Get Executor because you're not that far from Executor, and then go for that next thing. While you're waiting for that next big thing, you can shore up some of these some of your characters because you have like gear 12 because that's what was like the top when you probably played. But CLS is a good team to build up. Mm, yeah, CLS would be good. You should get Wampa. Wampa and Savage would be good. Good little side farms for you. So CLS, Wampa, Savage, great side farms. Get those up to relics, and maybe Imperial Troopers would be another good side farm if you're looking for some quick and easy side farms. You should have Treya up and running too. I don't know where Treya is, but you can easily like Darth Nihilus, Treya. Those are easy gear 12 characters that will like elevate your count. So if you're looking for easy gear 12 characters like that can really add some true value to your account, especially for Grand Arena, like Wampa, Savage, Treya, Nihilus, those are all great characters, especially if you throw an Omicron on Treya, Savage, Wampa. So those are some good side farms. CLS, you should be able to get job or get Chewbacca with the bounty hunters you have. So let's look at this. Yeah, so the CLS team would be really good for you. So going for CLS, Han, Chewbacca, 3PO and Chupio and CL or 3PO. That would be a good side farm as well. So the main farm is what I said, but while you're waiting to like finish your ships or while you're waiting for the next big thing to be announced. Yeah, gear 12. Okay, yeah, focus on geos. If your guild wants you to focus on geos, that's fine, but you shouldn't slow down SLKR for geos. So your number one thing needs to be SLKR because they're two separate farms. You're building relics for SLKR. You're using raid currency for geos. So you can do both. You shouldn't slow down SLKR. Geos for G12 is a good farm. They're a good farm. They still have uses. Honestly, I don't really use mine, but Gear 12 is perfectly fine. You don't need a relic. Even at Gear 12, you can slap an Omicron on them. Honestly, you're missing some prime Grand Arena Omicrons, so I wouldn't put the Poggle Omicron on them until you have Wampa, Savage, and Treya, at least minimum. So if you have those three and you want to invest in one TW one, then Geos is good, especially for lower GP characters. Because can Imperial Troopers be Geos even with the Poggle Omicron? Yes, they can. But at your GP, or if you have 50 Poggle Omicrons, is an enemy going to be able to have 50 Imperial Troopers or Empire team to like go through all of them, or enough GLs? Probably not. So that's where you like early game Poggle Omicron is like super strong for TW. So there's nothing wrong if your guild's like, hey, we want everyone to slap on the Poggle Omicron. Then cool, you can do that, but only do TW Omicrons if your whole guild is working on it. Because if you're thinking like, oh, I'm going to do that because it's gonna it's gonna be fun or whatever, or it's gonna help the guild, and only you are doing it, then that's not gonna move the needle for territory war. You have to have the entire guild commit to territory Omicrons. So that's my recommendation for that. But your geos shouldn't stop. Your your SOKR farm, because again, they're different currencies, they're different farms. So farming in this game is like an onion. There's like multiple layers of farming you're doing. You're doing shard farms for your next farms. You're doing you're farming for signal data and relic material for getting your relics. You have zetas, you have omicrons. There's tons of different currencies here. So you should have one main farm, and your Kyrotech should be going to that farm. But farms that don't require Kyrotech, you can easily get those up. So characters that don't require Kyros, those are easy side farms that you can do. That's not going to slow your main farm, and it's key to maximize on, especially for newer players, really finding where you can maximize your efforts doing that. So I meant to talk to you about this. So I would recommend. So if you go, because your shard is so old, right? Your shard is just ancient, and if you go with Executor, I don't know how competitive you're going to be because your shard is old. If you think if you can get Executor and you can get like top 10 placement, even top 20, then you should go for Executor as soon as you can, because that's a lot of crystals you're missing out on. So the longer you don't have a GL meta ship so that you can start getting those fleet arena crystals, the more you're hurting your account. Because CLS, while as great of characters they are, they're not going to give you crystals like fleets will. So yeah, so I would say get us, like, you can finish your side farm of geos. Um, Only put one Zeta on the Geo Brute Alpha. That's the only Zeta you need for this team. So only put the one that gives the Brute Alpha. So don't Zeta the leader. Okay? I think the leader gives you extra damage for every buff the enemy has. Don't put both Zetas on Geo Brute Alpha. Only put the one Zeta that's for the Brute. I don't remember if it's the here or if it's the Queen's Will. No, one Zeta. One Zeta. You need one Zeta, not no Zeta. You need one Zeta for it. So apply the Zeta that hey Jorda triangle. I don't know what that means. But apply the Zeta that gives you that summons the Brood Alpha. So that's the one you want. So yeah. Thanks for hanging out, Jorda. If you want, you can drop your ally code, and or anyone else if they're interested, drop your ally code. We're doing account reviews right now. Yeah, Zeta Brute. Yeah, you can. You can. So the other one is a luxury Zeta, but because I have both Zetas on my Brute, but it's a luxury Zeta, and then it's kind of counterintuitive to how Geos work because they cleanse buffs when they attack. So whenever you go, you cleanse buffs, you debuff them. So you're kind of that it's kind of working against you. You're not really getting the benefit, like you're not doing 50% more damage usually, maybe 10, 20 or something, and it's really not a big deal. So it's a luxury Zeta, but in the world of Lightspeed bundles, I would say we should stay away from luxury Zetas. We should stay away from them because Zetas are in a huge crutch for everyone. And if you're not feeling it, you will, unless you're like a you've been playing this game for like 7, 8 years. Then yeah, apply whatever Zeta you want. Yeah, I'll look at yours after this one. Absolutely. Um, yeah. So, but you need to put this Zeta on. You need the Boundless Ambition Zeta on Hux. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to unlock SLKR. So your next Zeta should go on Hux. Or maybe not your next one because you're so far from ships. But if you want to put the Brood Alpha Zeta first, that's fine. But before you can unlock SLKR, you need this Boundless Ambition one. because without it, you're not going to be able to get through the event. So it's a necessary zeta. It's the price of admission for SLKR. And you're gonna want it anyways because you're gonna use Hux with SLKR. So it's not gonna go to waste. It's not gonna go to waste. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's my recommendation. Any questions for me before you go? But I would definitely recommend SOKR, I guess Geos, I guess Geos, like, right? Because you're going for Geos. So Geos, SOKR, and then into Executor. I would focus on Executor. Once you get all the relics and everything up for Executor and you're farming the ships or whatever you're waiting for, then work on CLS because CLS is an amazing team. You're going to want them for hard conquest. You're going to want them for their assault battles. They're just a great all-around team for Grand Arena. They do so much. Every game mode, they're useful. So getting CLS, it's the OG meta team. So they're a great team. So investing in CLS is a good idea. Absolutely. Do it. Do it. So, yeah. All right. So any questions on any of that? Eggs, bacon, and toast? All right. So let's delve into your mods a little bit because I'm about to tear into your mods because then let's see how you're doing. Not good. All right. So here. I'm about to give you a master class on mods. I wrote the wrong command. I totally forget what my own commands are. Build mod. Okay. Here, watch this video. Whenever you have a chance. So that one explains how to build. So that video goes over how to farm high potential mods. So I don't have a I should do that. I don't have a command for my commands. I should probably get that though. So thanks for the idea, Jorda. I'm a really new streamer to be honest. So I'm just now this is like my second week streaming. So I'm still learning all the technical nuances of streaming. So I'm doing my best here. But I made that video today. It's it goes over mod potential and how to farm high speed mods, like plus 25 speed mods. Because I keep telling people like you're not investing in good mods. You're over investing in mods. You're not building the right mods. So it's really easy to make like a guide on basic mod stuff, which that should be my next one. But that's how you build like good fast speed mods and have like great mods in your account. So that video will go over that. But watch it later because I'm about to tear into your mods and tell you how to mod these guys. All right, so you're gonna want, oh geez, this is a good mod. This is a good mod right here. So this has good potential, but you're gonna want all protection mods on Bosk. You do want speed, and you want defense mods, and then you want speed secondaries. So you want high speed. So you do want the speed secondaries. You want protection, and then and defense. So that this is fine, like the defense set. The reason you want that is this one. Not this one. Yeah, so plus 100% defense while at full health. So, and plus 50 max protection. So the second you go through boss protection and you start hitting him on his health, he falls down like wet tissue paper. But while he has his protection up, he's really survivable. So, and he has really great protection recovery. So yeah, they can be difficult. That's why I made that video, because I feel like there wasn't a good video out there on how to build high potential, how to invest in high potential mods, how to maximize the yeah, because I go over that too, Jorda, because it's not about it. Yeah, it's statistics. So there's the law of averages. You're going, if you build in high potential mods, you're going to get good mods. Like when I was making this mod video, I made like 2 plus 25 speed mods. You know? So it's just the law of averages. If you do it, the mods will come. If you build it, the mods will come. So you got to invest in high potential mods. And before I would tell people that, and I felt like they didn't really know what high potential mods was, or it wasn't defined, and it's kind of this this concept that isn't defined anywhere. But now that I have a video that fully explains it, and it's like it's not a long watch or anything, it's like 20 minutes or something. So that will help people understand that, hey, this is what high potential mods are. This is how you farm it. It's not that you have bad luck, it's that you aren't investing in the right mods, and you're not like, if you're not, you're over investing in bad mods. And when you over invest in bad mods, you build, even if your luck is hitting, or the law of averages, you're hitting those the speed hits on those lackluster mods, you're just making like kind of meh mods. But if you're always investing in high potential mods, then when you get those statistical hits that you're going to get sooner or later, then you're going to have good to great to excellent mods, because statistically you're working the right mods and you understand what has the potential to be great. So that's what the video is all about, is the math behind it, what you need to do. And it's not like I go and do like an average, you know, or I whip out the statistics on you. I just say, hey, this is what you need to do, and this is why, so that it's like easier to do. But yeah, you need to work on your mods: eggs, bacon, and toast. So mods and ships define the difference between contenders and pretenders. So if you want to be a contender, you need to farm your mods, you need to farm your ships. You want to be a pretender, then you can live the life. But your mods are atrocious. Eggs and bacon. This is a really good mod. So this mod proves that a clock is right at least 2 times a day. um yeah, you got to work on it. But that's what I'm all about. That's why I'm here. Because it's easy to farm ground. Yeah. Yeah, I'll farm, or I got you. So how do you say your name? Is it can I call you Steve? Gas? What do you prefer? Gas or Steve? Gusteve. Do you prefer Gusteve? I don't know. Um but you gotta work on your mods, buddy. You gotta work on your mods, because these aren't good. So please watch that video. It goes over what's high potential mods, and then invest in those high potential mods. But yeah, it just takes time. It takes time. No, you don't. You don't. I'll go look at I'll look it up. Okay. I'm just gonna call you Steve, because you know that's the most natural part of your name. So Steve. I shall call you Steve. All right. Arigato gozaimasu. You know what's my favorite Japanese word? Eggs, bacon, and toast. My favorite, and I think you and I will appreciate this word, and I think I will. I think you will, because it kind of aligns with what you appreciate in life. So my favorite Japanese word is orange juice, which stands for orange juice. So if someone says like, oh, you live in Japan, do you know Japanese? I'm like, yeah, I know Japanese. You want to hear some Japanese? And they're like, yeah, I'd love to. And I'm like, orange juice. And they're like, what does that mean? I'm like, it means orange juice. So yeah. So I love saying that word. But yeah, farm your ships, farm your mods, and you'll be great. You'll be kicking. Not my beer. I do have a breakfast. Do you eat these melon breads too when you lived in Japan? These things are so delicious. Yeah, melon bread is so good. That's like a convenience store bread that I paid $1 for, and it is so delicious. That's crazy. Living in Japan is crazy, but they are good, really good. I don't know why. So I play on an iPad, but I still type out ally codes on my keyboard like a dummy. It's a force of habit, I guess, to want to type on a keyboard. Yeah, when I first heard of melon bread, I thought it would be like not yellow. All right, so we got Jorda, um, Jorda, Hair to the Jedi, which we got a Ray lover over here. I think you did say raise your girl, raise ya girl. So from you representing the spark of insanity, 3.7 million GP, 2.1 in characters, 1.5 in ships. Huh. So a little over a year played. Ray without the lightspeed bundles. We got a serious Ray lover here. You're a rare breed. You know that? You're a rare breed. So if you're gonna use Jorda, the first thing I'm gonna say is if you're gonna use these crap datacrons, you gotta at least use the right ones. Because there's only one datacron that really is good for this set. If unless you're getting like Afra or the Jabacron, and that's the 5% offense stacking. So if you're gonna use these datacrons, use the 5% stacking one to scare them. Oh, whenever they grant a buff, they heal 3% health and protection. Run for the hills. So you're just playing that mind games. You're just like, oh, this man has a Datacron. You don't want to mess with him. So yeah, I get it. You probably I want to look at your Datacron. That's probably the only Datacron you have, right, in your account. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's you got one. It's just to play those mind games. Good for you. Good for you. All right, cool. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go deep, deep, deep into your array. I'm gonna go so deep in there, and I'm gonna look at your datacrons. Ooh, ooh, your mods. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, Jorda, right off the bat. Right off the bat. Heyo, yeah, this man knows what I'm talking about, right, Steve? Scuba Steve over here, going deep. So you do. So here's the priorities for Ray, right? First priority, health. You need health. You want over 2k at Relic 7, you should have 2k health or 200k, sorry. 200k health. Yeah. Yeah. So, uh I would say this, especially in your first year, you should farm. Yeah. So you should farm your first year. You should be farming offense, speed mods, and then health and defense, I guess, if you want to. Defense is honestly the better set. It's just a lot of characters need health mods. Like every character is better. Like mathematically, you'll have more survivability with a character if you have a defense set over a health set as the secondary set. So that's just like clearly defined. No matter the character, unless it's like Wampa or something. Um, but the problem is, or the issue is, a lot of kits feed into health or have a reason you want health. So that's why you have to farm health mods. Even though defense mods statistically are better for survivability for 99% of characters, I still advocate for people to farm health mods because so many characters kits feed off of health and almost very little to no very little because some characters do, like Tarful, um kits revolve around defense. Very little. So it doesn't matter if like statistically you'll survive like maybe one more hit or something if you have a defense set on than a health one, because a lot of these kits need health. You need good health mods in your account for reasons like this. So Ray, all health primaries with good offense substat and good health or speed substats. Um, you can put one of these mods as an offense primary if you want to. If you just want to like boost your offense and have it easy, like you can do that, but you need health, like 200k health, um decent speed and over 10k damage minimum is what you're looking for. Those are your benchmarks. So do your best. Do your best. Um and then did you see my high potential? Yeah, the high potential ones. Make sure you watch that because it goes over how to mod past 6 dot. So it doesn't just go from like how to farm 5 dot mods. Because my mod guide is about how to farm plus 25 speed mods. So how to farm 5 dot mods, which ones you should invest into 6 dots, and then which ones you should invest into 6A. So that's my recommendations for your Ray mods. Look at your speeds. And it's important. Like it's really important you get the mods right on a GL. Like yeah, every character wants great mods, but you need to get your GL mods right. Like you need to. Oh, this one hurts my soul. This one hurts my soul. Um it's like he just doesn't have the yeah. So these are great Bosk mods, to be honest. Like sooner or later you're gonna want to take this set and you're gonna want to shove it right on Bosk. You take this set and shove it straight on. Like in JTR you want primarily health. So yeah. I would say take these mods, put them on, except for this one. This one, shove on a pilot. Take this and just a pilot, Cad Bane or something. Give this to Cad Bane. Give this to, I don't even know, a pilot. Just any pilot that you want to boost their stats, their ship stats that has a crappy character. So, but this is not a good mod. Um, yeah, please watch that guide. Please watch that guide. It's gonna really help you with where you should be investing your mod like slicing. But it's like a very clear guide of like what you should and shouldn't do. And these are you have some good mods, but you have some really bad mods. So um yeah, you just painful. And then it looks like you just don't know where should. Yeah, these mods are really bad. You have okay, yeah. So yeah, so I'll say this. So these are your fastest characters, right? So that means this is the best mods on your account. So these are your fastest characters, big dog. So that means they're the best mods on your account. So you're saying, like, to be fair, the best mods on your account you modded when you first started, and then you never worked on them again. So that's not making you look better, to be completely honest. Um, yeah. So I'm not gonna go into your mods too much more. I am interested in some few characters, but I'll just say this, like, please watch my guide. Please watch that guide. It's gonna, and please farm your mods. Please invest into your mods. Um, yeah. Take those protection mods and speed with high speed secondaries and put it on Bosk. Yeah, you can do that too. You want full protection mods on Malik. You want all protection primaries. You want the arrow to be protection primaries. You want this to be protection primaries. So go all protection primaries on Malik. It's important. He needs to be thick. Two C's thick. Yeah. So I feel like I need like a you need like a mod boot camp or something. But yeah, just watch my mods guide. Use SWGOH.gg best mods function and for what characters need what primaries and which sets. So go on SWGOH.gg for that. Farm your mods. Watch my mod guide. Yeah. All right, so what are you working on right now? I think you mentioned it before. Was it Executor or what was it going on? Executor, yeah. You're farming Executor. And I'll say this, Jorda. So the reason why farming your mods are important is because you want your characters to perform at the level that they can, at the highest level. Because you don't want to be that guy that um like you're you see a counter, or this counter should work, and then it just doesn't work because your mods aren't good, or you should win but you can't. Because if you look at like the stats, and if you have like excellent mods, if it says like even low, like 30 or 40% win, yep, a lot of that is RNG, but some of that is maybe it's the 30 or 40% that have like the primary and secondaries that they're supposed to. They have the right sets on their characters. They have a good datacron. They're doing everything that they should to maximize the potential on those characters so that they can win the counters that can win you grand arenas. Because there's plenty of times where like more times than I can count, like almost every single one of my grand arenas, I'll do a risky counter where it probably shouldn't win by all means, but I have the right mods on my characters and I farm hard on my mods, and then I end up winning because of it. And mods is a huge differentiate between a good player and a bad player. So if you look at mods, that alone will tell someone if this is an actual contender, of someone who's an excellent player in this game, or someone who's just like playing casually. And if you're playing casually and you just want to collect characters, then play casually and collect characters. So, but you are at where you are in Grand Arena. So you're in Bronzium 2. So you have a lot you have a lot to go, right? There's a lot of room to grow there. So as you grow, you're going to go against better players, and then once because you have good characters, you have good characters, you're farming good characters, you're farming good teams. You're going for the things that you should. You're getting a GL, you're farming a GL level ship. So you're doing all the right things, but sooner or later you're going to hit a wall, and it's going to be like a really hard wall. and you're just not gonna be able to keep climbing like you would, and then you're gonna be one of those really big accounts if you don't have good mods. So like yeah, right now you're okay, but you have a whole lot of room to grow. So if you were in Kyber, so if you're a Kyber player and you're like, hey, my mods are good, I'm fine, like I do everything I need, and you're doing well in Kyber, then I would be like, hey, more power to you, my dude. You're doing your counters and mods aren't a big deal to you, but you're in Bronzium 2, and yeah, you still are a newer player, so you're fine where you are. But I'm saying as you develop in this game, in a year, if you continued your mod habits, your mods would be a huge hindrance to your growth. That's all I'm saying. Because in a year, you could be in Kyber or you could be in, Chromium, and it's up to you. It's up to you. Do you want to like go all the way to Kyber, or do you want to climb into Chromium or something? So it just depends on what you want to do. If you want to be competitive, like you're gonna need mods, and you're gonna have to like farm those mods, and you're gonna have to understand how to farm them, and then where to place those mods. So, but again, I'm not like attacking you or your mods or whatever. I'm just saying, if you want to be competitive, this is what you have to do. You have to continue what you're doing. Like you're farming great teams, you're relicking at a decent pace. It seems like you're farming, you're able to complete a GL on your own, like you're doing all the things that you should be doing with no issues. So yeah, I'm in Kyber 3 and it with 2 GLs, and it sucks. So it sucks, but the second I have 3 GLs, I think I'm going to be a contender, because I every single match I've had so far in Kyber, if I would have had Jabba up and running, I would be just fine. And I'm gonna have Jabba and JML here in a few weeks, and I'm like pretty much back to back, and I'll be just fine. But yeah, 2 GLs is very rough in Kyber. It is not it is not fun. It is not fun. Not no bueno. No bueno. But I'm here because I have good mods, great mods, and then I have the GL level ships. So you got to farm your ships, you got to farm your mods, and your account is going to develop over time anyways. Yeah, I do. Here, I'll show you real quick. But that's my recommendation, my dude. Keep farming Executor. Um, yeah, keep farming your ships for Executor. Farm your So I would say, are you farming your malevolence right now? Or are you trying to get more stars on your negotiator? Because I would recommend getting your malevolence 5 stars, and then finishing your negotiator to 7 stars, and then coming back on and 7 starring your malevolence. So that would be my recommendation here. And then after that, after you finish Executor, you can go for a new GL, or you can start rounding out your account, because you're in a good position to like relic up Wampa, get the Sith Empire up and running into relics would be a good. Like you can get your Treya team, get some relics on there if you want to. You can get CLS up and running. So there's a lot of potential here. You should get Malevolence. So get 5 stars on both. Get the Malevolence at 5 stars performs really well, really well. So you're gonna want that 5-star Malevolence, because it's gonna do more for you than a 7-star Negotiator. I promise you. Hey Twitch, Banana, how are you doing? So I promise you, just get that Malevolence up and running. It's gonna do a lot of work for you. Okay. So that's my recommendation. Get Malevolence up. Round out your characters. Finish Executor. I'm doing great. I'm just doing account reviews. I finished my Grand Arena. Hey Ninja. Hey, how are you doing? You just wake up? So that's my recommendations. It went okay. I don't know if my opponent attacked yet, but I'm probably gonna lose this one too. I wasn't able to clear his JMK, so I get held on his JMK, but I cleared his I cleared this. This wall was pretty difficult. Jabba Atreya with 3 Omicrons, Malgus. The back wall was trash. It was absolute trash. But I just didn't have an answer for that JMK, so it's unfortunate. Yeah. So I don't save filters, but there are certain filters I just know how to use the filter function. I just don't filter or I don't save my filters. I just do it on the fly. So like if I'm working mods, I just select all of them but the arrow, and then I work arrows separately. Um, I use this only unassigned button pretty much when I'm working my new mods. Primary stats or secondary stats are up to you. A big one to use is filter all secondaries. So if you hit speed here, and then you can click this box right here that says has no speed, and then that's a really good function. So you can filter mods there, and then you know, okay, I can sell these junk mods because they have no speed if they're leveled up. So that's some filters I use. Another filter I use is so for my offensive sets, I filter out these. So triangles and crosses that have defense and tenacity for offensive ones because I just don't need them, right? So I do this and then I sell these because I'm like, yeah, these are garbage. I'm not going to use a defense or tenacity mod for these. So I filter those out and sell them. And then like if you want to work only 6-dot mods, you can like hit 6 dots. But I just know the functionality of these. So if I'm working on like new mods and I don't want to work on 15 ones, so like hey, I'll do like a less than 15. So I'll be working mods and I know if I'm going to slice them, I'll bring them up to level 15 so they won't show up. So that's a good functionality there. So as long as you learn the filters of how to work these things, then it's pretty easy to do it. I just don't have any presets, but I'm probably gonna build them soon because I started building mod guides. So pretty soon I'm just gonna like go through how I normally filter everything and develop my filters, and then shoot out a video for recommendations on how people can filter them. And then it's also easy as like arrows, things like, accuracy or defense percent, you just get those and you sell those. Like stuff like that. Because you don't want to work those. Even if they have high speed secondaries, they're just garbage mods, so you don't want to keep them. So yeah, that's my recommendation. Congrats on getting your crew to R7. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's a tough one. Yeah, if I had Ben, because I'm a month away from getting Ben, so my Ray is just not, it's not good. Like she just dies, just stuff like that. So, but next month in a month I should have Ray or Ben, and then that'll elevate my Ray. But yeah, it's rough. It's a rough world out here. Excuse me. Thirsty. Stay hydrated, my friends. Stay hydrated. All right. All right. So who's the next account? So we got Jorda. We got eggs, bacon, and toast. I'm sorry if that doesn't answer all your questions, eggs, bacon, and toast, but that's how I do it. I just like I know how to filter out mods so that I can like quickly, because it doesn't take me long to work mods. It really doesn't. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can, Steve. Yeah, and if anyone else wants me to look at their account, I'm more than happy to drop your ally code and I'll look at your account. More than happy. Yeah. So yeah, if you watch the guide, filters just help going through them, but essentially the guide is the core of what you need to know as far as what you should invest in. So the filters just help you do it quicker. But as long as you understand the functionality of all the of everything the filters can do for you, it's pretty intuitive to yeah, I'll look at your friend's account, Fred. So you have friends that play. Did you meet this friend in game, or did your friend like this friend in real life and this real life friend plays this game? Because I find it very difficult in real life to find people who's interested in a Star Wars mobile game. Like I have tons of friends that were gamers, but okay, yeah, but I haven't found none of my friends are interested in Star Wars or mobile game. Especially they're not interested in mobile games. Okay, yeah, that's great. You should definitely check it out, and it just goes over the mod potentials. So, all right, Tango Fett, interesting. Uh, 5.1 galactic power overall, 3 in characters, 2 in ships. So about a year and a half played. A little less, but about a year and a half. You got Ray. You have Hondo. That's interesting. We have an Afro lover, or did you just get Hondo in one of those like character packs and then you just geared him up? What's the story between behind having this guy, this interesting guy? Then gave up. He's not a bad character. So you can shove him with like scoundrels if you bought that pack. Yeah, you have scoundrels. So you can put him with where's he at? Oh, you don't have dash. That's unfortunate. Yeah, you do. You do. Um so there is some people who believe in building off meta counters rather than GLs. Because if you think about it, right? If you really wanted to be like a Kyber contender and you wanted to climb to, let's say, like Kyber 2 as fast as you can, the fastest way isn't building GLs, it's building counters to GLs. Because to build a GL takes like 13 relics, sometimes 14, and then possibly more than that to like get legendaries for them. But building off meta counters does not. It takes 5 characters, right? It takes 5 characters to build a team. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. I'm just saying. There's a separate thought process behind it. I'm in line of farming meta, so I would rather get meta ships and get meta everything else and farm GLs and GL level ships. I believe in farming off meta ships and fleets because I put my meta fleets on defense and then I counter meta fleets with off meta. So I believe in that because there's only 6 ships, right? There's only 6 fleets that you need in Kyber. So that's a lot easier to build than the 22 teams you need in Kyber. So I believe in investing hard in those 6, then and then just having enough to go all offense to clear the other ones. Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying he just said he needs to farm GLs and I was just saying like you don't need to if you didn't want to because there's plenty of people off like I don't know, just on principle, they just don't want to farm GLs. So they're called weirdos, but there's some people out there that just do weird things. So my keep doing what you're doing. That's totally fine. It's just some people are just weird that way. Boston L3. Yeah. I don't know what I'm looking at here because all I see is really bad mods. So what are you talking about? Just because they have really high protection, or just because they have this 11.85%? I can't sort your mods like that, I guess. Do you mean like sort all your characters by protection? 97144? I don't understand what you're saying. Oh, yeah, they have the same crap mods. So you have the same crappy mods on them. Exactly the same? Interesting. But they're crappy mods, so you have duplicates of really crappy mods. So, I would say you need to watch that guide too that I have. Um, build mod. I would say you need to I would say you need to watch this guide on what is a mods that you should actually invest in. These are yeah, your mods are fine. Your mods are fine. As far as like looking at your other mods and your Ray mods, your Ray mods are surprisingly good for but I only looked at a little bit of your account. But your Ray mods are perfectly fine. Um I think they over time you can if you find you know, little better mods or something, then but these are they're good. They're good mods. They're good mods. Solid. They're solid mods. It's really hard. It's really hard to find mods that can hit over 5% offense and over 20 speed for Ray with health primaries. It's like really difficult. But you did a really good job with Ray. It just takes a long time, and then over time maybe you'll find new ones that you'll replace that are just a little better. But it's like it takes a really long time to farm um those mods. So yeah, those good mods though. They're good mods. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Darth Vader mods. Yeah, I like that you didn't just. I'm glad you didn't fix that this one, but Yeah, he does want more health. Yeah, I'll look at your ships. Yeah, you should definitely finish SLKR. Should definitely finish SLKR. So, because having SLKR and Ray in your account is really strong. Because you can put Ray on defense and take SLKR on offense. Um, and that's a great way to climb out of the. Yeah, he bought bundles. He definitely bought bundles. I think he bought both. So I'm pretty sure you bought like all the bundles that came out, right? Pretty sure. Except for you didn't buy Star Killer. So if I looking at this count, I want to say you bought all the bundles except for Star Killer. Yeah, it's more than likely. For most people, the answer is usually Executor is a lot it's a lot closer. Yeah, so you should go for the Executor. The Executor is a much closer farm. Much closer farm. Oh man, Steve, Steve, Stevie. What what Steve, my man, my man's Scuba Steve, Scuba Steve. What? What what is this? What is this? I can understand being a Bad Batch lover, but why do you have a Zeta and Omega on a 4-star low gear Omega? The Zeta's fine. So Omega is the character that you can just skip over. You can yeah, hey Sopper. Um yeah, if you want to. Commander Cody is used as a requirement for a GL. So yeah. Yeah, my dude. My dude. My guy. Omicron 4-star Omega. Oh man. Oh man. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. Oh, this is a mistake. This is a mistake. That's funny. Yeah. It's fine. One day you could not get Cam with these. I don't know. So the honestly, the only reason to get this Omicron was so that you wouldn't have to um remod the 501st clone troopers because you could just do the cam mission with Bad Batch with the Omicron without having to remod. And that was like a just a convenience thing. And it was really reliable too. Um, yeah. I don't know if that's a metric that's a tracked Sopper, but live to dream, dare to dream. Oh, Dare to dream. R8 is a grind. It's okay. It's okay. The longer you play, the easier it is. Yeah, I don't know. R8 really isn't a challenge for me if I really wanted it. I only R8 requirements right now, but I wouldn't say it's a grind. When you start getting in a really good guild, then R8s aren't a huge problem. Yeah, raid shops made it a lot easier. So, and if you get in a good guild, so if you're in a good guild, then that's a big difference for higher relics. So if you're having issues with higher relics and you're like a 6 or 7 or 8 million GP or more than that, then it's because you're in a bad guild. So you need a guild that performs really well in all game modes, that wins TW. So winning TW is huge for higher level relics, and then performing well in the raids is huge for getting higher relics. Yeah. So 200 mil GP or 200 million guilds aren't honestly that huge. And honestly, they just look for players that participate and will give them uh, raid tokens so that they can launch the raid. So like if you farm your tickets every day and you get 600 tickets, then a lot of guilds will accept you just because they need active players who get tickets. So if you're like, hey, my main is this and this is my alt, and I promise you 600 tickets every day, then they're like sold because they know you're committed to the game, and that you'll actually like farm your tickets and you understand the game. Where a lot of guilds, like lower end guilds, they get people who just like quit and then they got to replace them and it's hard. Yeah, yeah. You just got to find a good guild. You just got to find a good guild that'll accept you. So. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, Steve. I'll tell you this. I don't hate the idea of you building Bad Batch, even though it's like a passion project for you, right? Because Bad Batch, I'm assuming you just like the TV show, The Bad Batch. Um, but building the Bad Batch for fun is actually a really good thing to do. It is because that Marauder ship is really great. So you having that Marauder ship and Bad Batch up and running, like Bad Batch is a great team, and the Marauder ship is really great. So if you got SLKR and then a Meta Fleet Executor, yeah. So if you got SLKR into the Executor and then you put all your Kairos into the Bad Batch, I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. So there's nothing wrong with that. So yeah, Supper. Yeah, Commander Cody's not really like so usually the top player in or a character, usually they're like some ridiculous guy, and then if you get the higher speed than them, then they'll just mod for even more higher speed because they want the fastest one. So you can try, but then usually the guy who's number one will just like put a little better mods on him to keep him number one. Um yeah, Lando. Young Lando sucks. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, young Lando sucks. Young Han Solo is good, but young Lando is garbage. Young Lando is not good. He's not good. Like he's just not a good character. Um, it's not even he's good with dash. He's just like that's the best place to put him. Like young Han Solo is good. His damage ramps. You can have him with dash and Vandor. What's the link for, Steve? What's that? The young Lando. Yeah, if you want to, go ahead. But young Lando is not a good character. Young Han Solo, yes. Young Lando, no. Yeah. So that's my recommendations. That's my recommendations. What are you doing with your Malik? What are you doing with this? I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. What is this, Steve? What's up with Malik? Like I could I don't like it. Yeah, I understand why you have low speed. It doesn't matter. Um, I would still have some speed because theoretically, right? You're not modding him for tenacity because you're not soloing with him, right? But I think you're low enough still that you could probably mod him for tenacity with protection primaries. All tenacity, all protection primaries with decent substats of speed, and then he's gonna perform really well. Later on, what do you mean you don't use them? I don't understand what that means. I don't understand how you have so much GP. I still don't like all the health. I would rather you build up your Sith Empire a little and then use them. Because Sith Empire is good. Sith Empire is really good. So, yeah, Zetas give a lot of GP. Sith Empire is good. You should get this up and running. Yeah, Lightspeed bundles do give a lot of GP. Is Malik meta? No, Malik is not meta. But he's a really good character. A really good character. So I would recommend, like, if you invest a little in Sith Empire when you get the bandwidth, I would do that. You should stop wasting your Omicrons. Can you do me that? Can you do me that favor? Can you look at me, Steve? Look at me. Look at me in the eyes, Steve. Stop wasting your Omicrons. You're so generous with your Omicrons. You're so generous. Stop wasting them. I don't know how you keep using them like this. Like Zam, honestly, if you got her at Relic because you like had Lord Vader and you put on the Omicron, then I can understand it. But the Zam Omicron is like, it's not that great. It's not that great. And most, because the bounty hunters right now, the best use you can have for them is the Lord Vader counter. And then even if you're not using the Lord Vader counter, I would still rather have something like a Fennec or something. I think the only place I would use Zam is, yeah, stop wasting them, Steve. So Omicrons are forever. Omicrons are forever. So it doesn't matter when you did it, you did it. So stop doing it. Do me a favor, stop doing that. Um Stop wasting these Omicrons. Because they don't yeah, it's still, hey, the wolf. Thanks for following. How's it going? So I do account reviews. Wolf. So if you want, put your account ally code and stream, and I'll review your account. I would say you're much better off getting Executor, just because realistically, they're in this meta, they're both useful. But you're way farther away from Profundity, and you're much closer to Executor. So I would just recommend you go Executor. And then if you really want to invest hard into ships, just get the oh, do you? Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't your account. I'm looking at Steve. Um, I if you want to post your ally code, oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I got distracted. You can get Profundity if you want to, but I would say this. It's better if you can't get, so if you get Profundity right now, Banan, I will say this. If you're getting Profundity, you're gonna have to go Executor, Profundity, and then you're gonna still have to go for the 2024 fleet that comes out. So if you're willing to do that, then that's fine. But it doesn't stop the need from having a Leviathan or that 2024 fleet. If you have Executor and Leviathan and you want Profundity, then that's fine too. But you still got to get that fleet that comes out in 2024. So it's up to you. If you don't want to like invest that hard in ships, then that fleet is going to be fire. That fleet is going to be fire. So don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. That fleet is going to be a Leviathan killer. It's going to be, that fleet is going to be nasty. Because they're always, so they keep the meta the same, right? So it's always like, there's always two ships. There's always a light and dark side. And then the light side is always just a little better than the dark side, and it comes out after. So Malevolence Negotiator, Executor Profundity, Leviathan, whatever comes out in 2024. And that 2024 one is gonna be better. It's gonna be the better ship. So you're gonna need it. You're gonna want it. If you don't get it, you're gonna be on here a year from now, and you're gonna be like, Captain, I lost my Grand Arena match because I couldn't clear those ships. And I will be like, I told you so a year ago that you need to farm your ships. You need to get this 2024 fleet. So you got to get that ship. But Profundity is a great ship too. Profundity is a great ship. So there's nothing wrong with farming Profundity. I like that this player got 5-star Negotiator, 5-star Malevolence. That's what you're supposed to do. So use your get to. Your fleets are really weak though. You need to shore these up. You need to shore these up. Shore up your ships. Shore up your ships. All right. Farm your IG 2000. Farm it every day. Are you farming? Farm your pilotless ships. Farm those ships. They only require like, yeah, farm these pilotless ships. Farm Marauder. Farm your ships. You need to farm your ships. Don't sleep on ships. Yeah. All right, Steve. Farm your ships. There's a lot of things I like here about your account. There's a lot of things. And I think you're doing well. I do. There's a lot of good things you're doing. But there's some things you could work on, my friend. Some things you could work on. So some of those things, mods and ships. Other than that, you're doing well. Wolf. Yeah, your Omicron usage is atrocious. Stop wasting your Omicrons, my dude. Invest them in like great Omicrons. Omicrons are a very slow thing to farm. You shouldn't use them like that. You should not. That's Omicron abuse. I think I may have put this on wrong, so let me try this again. All right. Minnie the Wolf. What's a good first Omicron? Treya, Savage, and Wampa are all great first Omicrons. So if you invest in any of those three Omicrons, then I don't hate it. Look at this guy. This guy is a wolf in sheep's clothing hanging out here. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Just came on here to flex on everyone. He's like, "Oh, let me just flex on everyone. I'm just going to admire your account as I eat my melon bread." Yeah, I did. I did. So, Wolf. Wolfie. I feel like we're friends, so I'm gonna call you Wolfie. My man, the wolf. Do you know what do you know what saddens me, the wolf? Do you know what saddens me, the wolf? And I'll tell you this. So, your name your name is the wolf, right? The wolf. And wolves are a pack. So that means you're packless. You're running packless because you're a singular wolf, like the wolf. So, you got to run with the pack, my friend. Don't be that alpha that's running around packless. You gotta find your pack. Run with the wolves. You're social creatures. Pulp Fiction reference. I don't. I've watched Pulp. He's an Omega. He's the end. I learned today that Omega is the last let or the last letter in the Greek alphabet. I didn't know that. I learned that from Zareth stream. He said the alpha the that's why people say I'm the alpha and the omega. So like I'm the start and the finish. I had no idea. I had no idea. Yeah, that from alpha. Yeah, I'm the alpha and omega baby. Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't know. I was like I never thought about it. Uh do you know what's really annoying about Greek alphabets? About the Greek alphabet? Is it's used in math. Like it's used in like statistics. So you're just like, yeah. So that's the most annoying part about the Greek alphabet is it's used in statistics. So I'm like, I don't even know how to do this, how to do this like weird symbol. I don't know how to type that out. So if I have to figure out how to do some statistics or something, you're like, I gotta like figure out how to type out, some weird Greek symbol on my computer that is not designed for it. So that's the biggest thing I hate about the Greek alphabet is when I was doing statistics. It was like, how do I even like research this stuff? The character map, yeah, yeah. Well, it's this. I've already graduated college. I I passed statistics, so I already graduated college and everything. So I'm fine. I don't need to find the Greek characters anymore. I was just saying when I was going through school, it was difficult to be like, oh, I guess I got to learn these Greek characters. But the wolf, I have to ask, how is Bo-Katan performing for you in Grand Arena? What are you doing with her? You taking out JMKs or what's this team doing for you? It was dicey. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure she's gonna get a Datacron next round. Yeah, she is a JMK killer, but I'm sure she's gonna get a Datacron. Yeah, yeah. When she gets her Datacron next set of Datacrons, I'm sure she's gonna be singing. She's probably gonna be like a Leia killer or something. Once she gets her new Datacron. So usually that's what they do, right? They create a problem and then they sell you that problem. So they're gonna, I'm sure they're gonna have some crazy Datacron for her, and she's just gonna be bonkers for the next like 4 months. So you'll get your money's worth. So I beat a Leia without the Leia with a J with SLKR with SLKR. So Leia on defense without her Datacron is not crazy difficult to deal with. I was able to beat her with just a standard first order SLKR team. So she had a Datacron. It had decent stats too. It wasn't the Drogon Kron. So without the Drogon Kron, she's definitely not going to be an issue. So she'll be as advertised an offense GL. So I'm really not worried about her once her Datacron goes away. Yeah, but but I think Bo-Katan's great, a great character. I think it's really cool, a really fun character. 580. Man, you got some nice health on SOKR. Good damage. Good mods. Good mods. Plus 203 speed. Plus 203. That's good. Yeah, SOKR is good. SOKR is good. He's my favorite GL. He is my favorite GL. He has and will have a special place in my heart. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Mr. Wolfie. Yeah, that's good. He's good. He's my solution to everything. What guild are you in? Again. Battalion Alphas. I do not know the Battalion Alphas. You go tenacity or health? Yeah. I wish he so when the Thickron, do you guys remember the Thickron where if you had if you all your teammates are the same like dark side or light side, then you got like 15k protection and health. So when I had that Thickron, I could take out JMKs with SOKR because he has the survivability and then he can ramp. So that was super cool. A community guild? Oh, nice. Are you a streamer? The Wolf? Let me click on your name on Twitch. You are. I know you. Oh. Oh, I know you. Oh, I do know you. I do know you. You stream with who do you stream with? I know you. I do know you. You do a like a podcast? A podcast. Yeah. Yeah, I know your account, Wolf. I know you. Yeah, Scribe and yeah, I've watched you. Yeah, I've seen you. Because you have a very distinct look. So very distinct look. Yeah, I'm very familiar with you. Yeah, I've watched your stuff. Yeah. So I do know you. I do know you. Yeah. Yeah, because you have the hat and the hair. So yeah, I would recognize your face anywhere. So if I ever see you in the world, I would be like, now I know. Okay, that's the wolf. At first, I would be like, oh, you're that Twitch streamer, but now I know. Yeah, sorry, I didn't recognize your name right off the bat. But yeah, I do remember you. Yeah, no wonder you're ballin'. You're a baller. Yeah, yeah, I do remember you. I do remember you. Yeah, well, I'm still really new to streaming, but I do here. I'll follow you. Good, good. I just did a Grand Arena and I do account reviews. But I stream because I live in Japan, so I'm pretty much like the only one who streams at this time. Because most people sleep during this time. So it's good for like because I live in Asia, so it's good for Europeans and like those in Australia and I'm in Japan. So it's only like 10 p.m. for me. But yeah, it's good. I did my Grand Arena. It was okay. I got held by JMK. Hopefully next season. Yeah, yeah. So it's rough. So hopefully next season. Yeah, but I do like your guys's your podcast and everything with Scribe because I watch his stuff too. Um, 8 a.m. here. Nice. So you just woke up. Um, or maybe you stayed up all night. I don't know. But I definitely know who you are, dude. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. This community is so small. Um, but I love it. I love this community. So yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, so that's why I like a streaming in Japan. Yeah, I did. Zareth was in my stream last time. So, I'm probably losing this one because I'm in Kyber 3, but I have two GLs. So, um, and I normally win because I have good fleets, but I'm like a week until I start farming for Jabba. It's farming tickets for Jabba. So I didn't. Um, hey, thanks Phil for following. So I didn't have an answer for JMK. So yeah, I just I just don't have it. I don't have it. So next, once I think in like a month or so, maybe 5 weeks, I'll have JML and Java in my account, and I'll be able to start competing in Kyber. But yeah, so it's rough. It's rough. It's a rough. Um, yeah, I'm having a rough time. I don't have the because I've only been playing. I have about 2 years on. I've been playing the game for 2 years, so I'm trying to yeah, I'm trying to like develop my count and play more and everything in stream. But I pretty much used a ship's defense to get into Kyber. So but now I'll have in a few weeks I'll have Jabba, JML, Ray, SLKR, and then I have Executor and Leviathan, and it's done well for me. Um, it's done well for me. I have most ships. I'm missing three key fleets, or three key ships. So I'm still farming my shards for Scythe. Um, and then I'm farming. I'm not gonna farm Profundity right away. So just because my greatest weakness is my characters, But yeah. Yeah, that's what I always tell people. Farm your ships. So, but that's like kind of my content is just um ship farming, mod farming, and then I don't know. I like to hang out, just have a have a chill stream. Um so that's what I like doing. I like just hanging out, talking Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and everything. So that's what I do. This is what my content is. Yeah, yeah. But thanks for watching. You know, I I feel like it's ridiculous because I really don't feel like I deserve to have the streamers like you and Zareth to just be sitting here watching me. I feel like I don't deserve it. I haven't put in the time or the I haven't earned my stripes yet. But yeah, I've been having a great time. I've been having an absolute blast streaming on this game. So I do love it. I love it. I love this community. I love this game. So it's been an absolute pleasure doing this. So I'm yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so if anyone new is in here and they want me to look at their accounts, so the wolf has everything. Everything. So I was wrong. I said you don't follow, you don't go with the pack, but apparently you do. Yeah, apparently you are in a pack of streamers. That's funny. Yeah, because you have a like a because I remember the first time I saw your podcast, I was like, man, you have a super distinct look that I would not forget. Yeah, because where'd you get your hat? I feel like you have I feel like you have your hat. Where'd you get that thing? I'd like to know. Oh, okay. Sorry, I hit it. So I recruited from I recruited I recruited in because I'm in the military. I recruited in the northeast corner of New Jersey. So I was like 20 minutes from the city. So, do you live in New York or you just visited there? Okay, New York, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I whenever I retire, because I'm retiring in a few years, I plan on living in either upstate New York or northeast New Jersey. Northeast New Jersey? Yeah, because I recruited in Bergen County. Okay. Yeah, I recruited in Bergen County. So yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, small world, right? Because the office was in Hackensack, but my area was what was the area? Yeah, it's nice. I really like it. I'm gonna stay there because my area was um it's been a minute because I recruited in 2018. Um, yeah, I don't know. You don't mind me asking, did you go to school there or anything? Like, did you're from there, live there the whole time? I don't mean to like dox you or anything. It's just I really know that area. Yeah, my buddy's still there. He used to work. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know how old you are. I imagine you look maybe close to my age. Because I'm 34, so I don't know if you're in your 30s or 20s. I don't know. I definitely don't think you're much older than me. I think maybe you're younger than me, if I had to guess. I don't know. It's hard to tell nowadays, right? Like with uh with the invention of like sunscreen, moisturizer, you know, like you never know how old someone is. Yeah, I'll retire at 38 years old. Yeah, really interesting name, Steve, on this account. Interesting name. Are you still playing this account or? Yeah, well, because I start graduate school here pretty soon. That's why I started. Yeah, that's why I started streaming. Is because I graduated with my bachelor's, and then I'm in between waiting to start my Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm in the Marines. So I recently graduated with my bachelor's, and I'm waiting to start graduate school to go be a therapist. Because when I retire, I plan to work in New York City as a therapist. Um, so I'll be going to yeah, getting my master's just in clinical mental health counseling. So that's the goal. We'll see how it goes. But I'll retire here, and I have like 3 years and some change, and then I'll retire because I'll retire at 38 years old. So yeah, just 16 years and some change in the Marines. So yeah, it's been a good time. I've really enjoyed it. I've just because of stuff like this. I lived in Japan for 5 years. I recruited in New Jersey, and then I spent 6 years in California, and then now I'm back in Japan. So it's a good time. It's a good time. I enjoy it. Yeah, absolutely. So I love. I'm definitely planning on living because my wife's Japanese too, and she's not big on like because driving in the States is a lot different than driving in Okinawa. So she wants to. She likes the public transportation and everything that New York has to offer. So and then they have a really big Japanese community there, so it's good for us. So I really like, I really love living in Bergen County, and then because it has everything, and then on weekends or whatever, you can go to the city if you want to. I do remember when I first went there, everyone was like, the city, and I'm from California, and California has tons of cities, you know, like every 10 minutes you drive or 5 minutes you drive, you're hitting another city, just because they're all so close together. So when people were like the city, I would always follow up with, well, what city? And then they would look at me weird, and they were like, New York City. I was like, oh, okay. And then someone said it again. It's like the city, and I was like, oh, what city? And then again, they looked at me really weird, and they were like, New York City. So after like the third time, yeah, after the third time, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, the New York City. Yeah, yeah. Have you seen How I Met Your Mother? So I watched that show with my wife, and then there's an episode where they act like they're yeah, they act like they're tourists, and then they meet some girls acting like they're tourists, and then they take them to Jersey City, and then they're like, "Where are we? What is like? Where are we?" And they're like, "Oh, we're in Jersey City," and then they're like, "Jersey?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're practically New Yorkers," and then they just like lose their shit. So I didn't understand that until I actually like went and lived in New Jersey, and then I saw like how people they really are like that. They're like, Jersey? You live in Jersey? So disgusting there, you know? So I don't know. But I love New Jersey. I would move back there in a heartbeat. I'm definitely loving staying in Japan, and I'm gonna enjoy my experience here and like hanging out here for the last few years. Yeah, well there's a huge community, international community. Like my shard is all my fleet shard is mostly Eastern European. Yeah, yeah, it's expensive. It's expensive. I don't want to live in the city just because I like having a car, you know. I don't want to hand carry all my groceries and stuff. Like that's a pain. Because I stayed in Korea for I went there for a month for some training, and I had to like hand carry all my groceries and everything, and that's a pain. I don't want to do that. And I understand there's like shit city, there's like stores everywhere. But I like having a car. I like putting my groceries in that car and then driving that car to my house. I don't know. It's just the convenience of the small things. So I couldn't imagine living in the city, but I definitely want to work in or around the city and just commute in there. But I could never just like live in New York. I just wouldn't do that. But yeah, I lived in I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but I lived in a city called Little Ferry. So I lived in Little Ferry, and I loved Little Ferry, because they have this. I don't know if you know this restaurant, but have you ever been to a restaurant called Segovia's? So they have two restaurants. One's in Little Ferry, and the other's just a little south of it. But it's like a Peruvian steakhouse, and it's like so inexpensive, but it's ridiculously delicious. So yeah, Queens. Oh, I love I did go to Peter Luger's. So Peter Luger's is really it's in Brooklyn. Yeah, I would say if you haven't gone there, Wolf, you should go there because they have a really good Peruvian steak. So it's a great place. It's like super inexpensive. At least they were back when I was there. Really inexpensive. Super delicious steakhouse. So I would say give it a try if you're close to there. But Segovia's is super delicious. So yeah, I it's like I would go there all the time because I used to live right next to Segovia's. So it was really convenient because we could just like walk there and then drink and have a nice steak and then we could just like walk back to our house. So that's why I initially went there. But that would be like my go-to holiday place like for wherever we would just like go eat our at Segovia's because it's super good. I'd recommend it if you're inclined to eat a nice steak dinner. So yeah, interesting account. My advice to you would be join a guild and start playing this account. That's my advice. Join a guild, start playing this account. I guess finish C because you're farming C, right? Get C, and then of course after C, go for executor. Yeah, solid. Join a guild, start playing the game, get C, farm executor. Yeah, that was my last dinner in New York was Peter Luger's. It was my celebratory I'm no longer recruiting and I'm moving on with my life dinner. So that was fun. That was good. All right, Twitch. What do you Yeah, it's funny. The world's a it's a small world, right? The world's really small. I've noticed that just, cuz I've been all around the world. I have friends literally um everywhere, everywhere. And it is a small world. So it's crazy how connected you can be to the places. But excellent place. I miss it. I know a lot of people don't think it's like New Jersey. New Jersey is the most hated state in the United States because of Jersey Shore. So everyone thinks you got a bunch of like meatheads just like slamming down Jaeger bombs, fist pumping all over the place. But that's not New Jersey, as you know. So I think New Jersey is like a great place to live. So I'm definitely once I can start choosing where I live, I'm gonna spend some time there and enjoy it again. Yeah, so that yeah, so that Jersey Shore absolutely ruined New Jersey's reputation. It just ruined it. Because I told people when I got orders to New Jersey, and every single person was like, "Oh, that sucks." They're like, "Oh, that sucks. That blows. Oh, that sucks." Um, and I was like, no, it's not. It's not. It doesn't suck. So yeah, it's crazy, absolutely crazy. So I loved it there. I loved it. It's one of my favorite duty stations I've ever been in. I like the seasons. I don't mind the cold. You know, I like living close to the city. New Jersey has everything you need. Like it has literally everything in it that's like super close. So the Garden State Mall is huge. Yeah, they're in Teterboro because I live close to Teterboro, the airport where all the rich people fly out of because it's the private airport has like Costco and all the other restaurants. So the place had everything. It had everything. So I felt no need if I could easily see myself retiring and living my life there. So just because it's a great place to live. And I love Jaeger bombs and fist pumping, right? So I fit right in, just slamming those Jaeger bombs and pumping my fist all the time. All right. So I'm free to play. I remember this account. I remember your account. All right. So what was your question? Sorry, I'm scrolling up to see the capital ship. Oh, whether or not you should farm profundity or not. Yeah, I would honestly at this point I wouldn't go for like going for profundity. There's nothing wrong with that. Like you need six meta sheep. You need six fleets. So there's no issues with going profundity. Just know whenever that 2024 fleet gets announced, you're just gonna have to go hard for that if you want to remain competitive with fleets and in your fleet shard. Because having two competitive, like two top tier meta fleets above your fleets is going to be really difficult, and maybe you'll luck out of a meta fleet that like an off meta counter. But I would say, yeah, you can farm profundity. It's going to do a lot of work for you. It's a great ship. Um, but if you just go into that knowing that and at sometime in 2024 you're going to have to go hard on whatever comes out next. So uh, I have no issues with you going for profundity, but well, you're kind of far with Outrider, but just know like once that the galactic chases start for that 2024 ship, just you got to go all in. You got to go all in on it. Well, you're in a position that you can start farming conquest ships and conquest characters right now. Because if you get just box five, if you buy the $10 pass, you can get the ship in 6 months. So yeah, there's no issues with that. You can't you can accelerate the like if you store crystals or if you buy the pass plus, then you can accelerate the Leviathan ship. But I would say don't even worry about Leviathan right now. Because by the time you get Malgus, get the Sith Empire, get everyone to R9, farm the ship from Proving Grounds, and then farm Malgus from Proving Grounds, the new fleet's gonna come anyways. So I would say passively farm that stuff out of Proving Grounds, and then one day, if you feel the need, you can come back and get the Leviathan at another time. But it's way too late in the game. So if you want, you can go Profundity, but I would even say like, hey, you have Executor. There's no real rush on farming Profundity right now, because you have a ship at that tier. So if you want to get some, round out your account or farm another GL or something like that, yeah, you can go. Honestly, let me look at your rebels and your. Look at your Hut Cartel. So yeah, honestly, if I had your account, I don't hate the idea of going JML. Did you buy? You should finish off your first order. That should be the first order that you do is get SLKR because you bought the bundles. So I would go, if I had your account, I would go SLKR, and while I'm finishing SLKR, I probably would start farming JML or Jabba. So that would be my recommendation is SLKR because you have to get it. You bought the packs, get the payout. From there, I would say maybe another GL. You can round out some teams. It's up to you. I love Jabba just because of smuggler runs too. So you want that mod currency. So, but I don't hate JML either. There's no reason not to get JML. It's a Both are good. JML is great for conquest. He's a great offensive GL. As long as you're willing to like invest in him, get him to R9, get him good mods, then he's a great GL to have. Hey, Cest Nikomic. How are you doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had a wonderful Grand Arena and you won. So how'd everyone's Grand Arena go, by the way? How's your mods nowadays? What'd you change on your mods? Who should I look out? I like your Ray. I like your Ray. I do like your Ray. Your Ray's good. Your Ray's good. Much better. I like this Ray. Good damage. Good health. It could use some speed, but it's nothing too crazy. 3 mil more. Yeah. Hey, that's kind of how it goes now. That's how it goes. If you're fighting fair fights, you're probably not doing well. So those players, who are punching way down, it's like they're not where they're supposed to be, or they're just doing okay. But if you're playing players that have 3 more GP than you, that means you're punching up and you're doing something right. So, I take the fact that my opponents have much better rosters than me as a good sign that I'm probably doing something right. So you're probably doing something right. So, have some pride in the fact that your opponent is massive, because that means you're doing it right. So yeah, well, if you're like in Bronzium or something, then yeah, maybe it just takes time to work your way up. But yeah, like usually if your opponent is consistently better than you, and you're always like the smallest account in your matchups, then hey, you're doing something right. You're doing something right. And there's nothing wrong with that. That just means you're performing higher than what your roster is, and you probably are doing, you probably have good ships or good mods or good strategy. So you're doing something, whatever it is you're doing, you're probably doing right. And then or you're going against a bunch of people who are just doing things wrong. And either way, that means if you're going against a bunch of people who do things wrong, that means you're probably doing something right, right? So Yeah. Good mods on Ray though. Good mods on Ray. It's decent, better. They're improving. But yeah, definitely recommend getting the payout for SLKR. You need to continue farming your ships. You need these pilotless ships. Pilotless ships too. I know you're probably working on them, but just continue to farm your ships over time. Get these pilotless ships up and running, because they're important for the fleets. They're important for the fleets. So, and they don't require a pilot. So they're really easy to get into your account and invested in. You got to farm your pilotless ships. So they're not sexy, they're not the sexiest thing there, but they're good ships. They're all good ships. So continue to farm those. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So getting a little late, and I've had a great night. I may have not won may or may not. I don't know. But yeah, it's been absolutely a blast, guys. Thanks everyone who followed, subscribed, on my new journey as a streamer. I definitely love hanging out with you guys. For those that haven't, I recommend watching this guide. Uh, it's new, so I think this is the. I really should learn my commands. That's how new I am. Uh, but yeah, for those who need help with what's a good quality mod, watch that video. And then if you have any recommendations for me, let me know. But otherwise, make sure you watch that video. Get some quality mods in your account. Farm mods that have high potential to be high speed secondary mods. Continue to farm your ships. Yeah, and it's been an absolute blast. Thanks everyone for hanging out. If you're still here, Wolf, I appreciate you dropping in and chatting with me. It's been a blast. So I hope to see you around. I followed you, so I'll watch your content. I did watch your content before, but I hope to see you your solo stuff too. So thanks for chatting with me and hanging out. And for everyone else, especially those who have been consistently supporting me and hanging out in here, I do appreciate all your support and hanging out. It's been an absolute pleasure streaming for all you guys and just hanging out. So let's see if there's anyone else on that I can raid. Is there any streamers on? Because usually at this time there's just like absolutely no one on. All right, yeah. So there is this guy. I just got to figure out how to raid because I think I know how to do it on my phone. So let's do it on my phone. Go to my dashboard. Raid channel.